With smartphones being such an integral part of our daily lives, it is truly an inconvenience when it doesn't work properly. It disrupts the normalcy of our day. When you go into the cell phone store to have it repaired, they just try to upsell you on a new phone. That's why the owner of iDrop, T. Kell, left those places and opened iDrop. His goal is a happy customer. T. Kell and the team will listen to what you have going on and work to solve the problem of your broken device in a way that best suit your needs. Instead of trying to upsell you on something that you just don't need. They don't just repair phones, they can service your laptop or PC as well as your Mac. Windows 7 support is over, but iDrop can help you transition to Windows 10. They have a 5-star rating on Google with hundreds of positive reviews. Let me say that again. I don't think y'all understand how big this is. They have a 5-star rating on Google. Their customer service really speaks for itself. So if you ever find yourself with a device that isn't performing as it should, give iDrop a call at 865-888-9740 or check them out on Facebook at iDrop of Knoxville. If man made it, they can fix it.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Deep down the middle's got his man, and he's gone. Jason Swain, touchdown.
It's time for the Swain Event with your host, Jason Swain.
My man.
Real sports talk for the real sports fan.
All you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him.
It's time for the Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
Give me 2 pounds and a Ric Flair.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. Our number one is brought to you by Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. Brad Matthews, Jason Swain, live here from the Low T Center studio. Our guy Ben McKee in Omaha, the College Warrior Series. Guys, good morning.
Good morning, my people. Ben, how we doing this morning?
I am doing great. How are y'all?
Sound pretty good after that late night, buddy.
So he sounds like you just got in from the club.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm just saying. Hey, It wasn't too long ago when I was doing the same thing, so I know what it sounds like. I know how someone sounds when they just got done making it rain at the club.
There's something like that.
Something like that. Ben
was that TBH with you?
Ben deserves that.
I was cheering for Virginia last night is what I was doing. And the no-hitter that they had going on to beat Mississippi State. That's what I was doing.
That didn't happen.
Right. I want to get y'all's feelings. I want to get y'all's reaction to yesterday's game. Tennessee falls to Texas and is eliminated from the College World Series. Season over, 50 wins. We talked about it yesterday when I asked Ben and you guys about if Tennessee were to lose, would you consider the season a disappointment? I didn't have a great feeling about the game. Ben didn't have a great feeling about the game. But here we are. Season is over. Just give me your initial thoughts and reactions from the season and yesterday's game.
Ben, I'll let you bat lead off for this one.
Oh, you're such a queen. Thank you. You're just so kind. A queen. I don't know. I couldn't think. I tried to say king, but queen came out first. My bad, Brad.
Due to the evidence I've seen and what you were taking part in last night, I'll give you grace.
I was watching a no-hitter, and then it just imploded on Virginia there.
Listen to Ben. You could tell he had him a good time last night. I'm proud of him. He could have sulked. He could have just been laying in the weeds.
You
being
all
sad.
are hyping this up way more than what it actually was.
Go ahead.
We went to dinner after our work was complete, and after dinner, there was a concert, a random free concert outside of the restaurant that we ate at, and as you can hear and tell, I sang along to many songs. So that was the good time that we had last night.
You sound like Doc Rivers.
Look.
It's not Blake's fault.
And Phil Jackson. You sound like Phil Jackson.
It's not Blake's fault.
Hey, Scotty, triangle. Pass it to Michael. Dennis, go rebound. Steve, get ready to shoot it.
Give me a segment or two, and my voice will lather up. Let me put it like this. I knew that this morning was going to be painful for me when I walk outside of the restaurant to this free concert, and the first song that comes on is Back That Up.
Yes.
At that point, I knew this morning was going to be rough. And then the second song was Miss New Booty. So
some OG classics.
I let loose. I had a good time. I sang along.
You deserve it. You deserve it, man.
People watched. It was enjoyable. But yesterday was very disappointing, obviously, and I don't consider the season a failure, but Omaha was a failure. If you want to look at strictly Omaha, and it was very disappointing. Tennessee played bad baseball this week against Virginia in the first game. On Sunday, the Bats let the pitching down. I do know that Virginia got to Chad Dallas there kind of in the sixth inning, and Sean Hunley, he came in, and he didn't look great either. But as I illustrated on Monday morning, I thought that was a carryover effect from Tennessee squandering golden opportunities in 3 out of those first 6 innings when it was a 1-0 ball game. And, again, I think that was a demoralizing effect on the entire team kind of when they went out for that 7th inning after squandering an opportunity in the 6th, and it just imploded on them. So the Bats let you down game 1 against Virginia, and then the Bats show up for the first 4 innings yesterday against Texas, and you're thinking, okay, Tennessee's back. This is the Tennessee team that we've seen all year. but your pitching let you down this time. Blake Tidwell did not have command of his fastball, as we saw on the 3-run home run that Texas hit into the bullpen. I mean, that fastball was just grooved right down the middle. 2 strikes, 2 outs, just absolutely grooved right down the middle. You cannot miss there, especially in that situation against that team at the College World Series. Blake Tidwell had a great season. He just didn't have his best stuff yesterday, so he only gives you 3 to 4 innings, 3 innings, 3 earned runs on 2 hits, 2 walks, which isn't bad. But the problem is the 2 walks were leadoff walks in the second inning, in the third inning, and Texas scored both times. And then you bring in Sean Hunley to start the 4th, and he gives up a leadoff walk. And the umpire, we can talk about the third base umpire and his quick trigger. That was ridiculous. No reason that he should have thrown out Ross Kivett, because Ross Kivett did not get thrown out for what was shown on TV. He didn't get thrown out for what he said and people were reading his lips. He got thrown out of the game because he was frustrated that whoever was the hitter at the time, I can't remember, I believe he struck out looking. That's what Ross Kivett was upset about, and he kind of smacked the railing. And because there was some history back with when Ross Kivett was playing at Kansas State and that particular umpire, it seems as if like that umpire was just looking for a reason to throw out Ross Kivett. So when Ross Kivett slams the dugout railing because he's frustrated his player struck out looking, you can't throw him out of the game, especially when you are the third base umpire all the way across the field. You can't throw him out in that situation. And then I do think that, I mean, there's no opinion to it. It's just fact that they got the play wrong at the plate. The center field angle showed that the Texas runner was out at home plate.
Oh, he was.
And that's the difference between a 1-run inning and a 3-run inning. So I point those things out to say that the breaks didn't necessarily go Tennessee's way, especially in that 4th inning. But Tennessee didn't do themselves any favors either with how Blake Tidwell pitched, and then Sean Hunley comes in, gives up a leadoff walk, and even despite those circumstances that they can't control, 2 strikes, 2 out, and he misses with a fastball down the middle as well, and that's what led to that 2-run single that gave Texas the lead when the umpires and the NCAA blew that call. Because, again, the center field angle showed that Connor Pavoloni did get the tag down in time and tagged the foot before it touched home plate. So the bats let you down game 1, pitching let you down game 2, and Tennessee simply just did not play good baseball this week, did not play good team baseball this week. And, again, I don't think the season was a failure, but this week in Omaha was definitely a failure. And a great season, a historical season, but it's gonna be a season with a bitter taste left in your mouth.
Historical season is what I'm trying to grasp onto, because that's very true, and the only expectations that this team did not meet was their own. So I think that's the fact that Vol Nation really needs to cling on to when it comes to this team. Last year was the squad. Last year was the one where you had these expectations where, gosh, we'd all be frustrated to death if this type of performance happened to last year's team. Then you look at this year's team, probably going to finish middle of the road, according to most experts, to begin the year, especially with the injuries to 2 major players. And then look at what they perform. Look at how they perform. Look at what they accomplished. 50 wins, one of the most in college baseball. The storylines with the type of players that Tony has built this type of program with. It's not like LSU and how they recruit, similar to how Bama does in football. He's built this squad, pieced it together with some nice JUCO pieces, and really made huge leaps every single year. That is what I think we should be focusing on as a fan base. But when it comes to that game, I know we'll talk about it a little bit more. Man, my chili's hot, Ben. My chili is hot, not only because of the umpires, but I found myself questioning some coaching decisions for like the first time all season. I didn't necessarily like, even though he wasn't with his A game, I didn't necessarily like when we pulled Blade Tidwell. If you pull Blade Tidwell to bring Sean Hunley in that spot, I mean, I can't second guess Frank Anderson, but I was scratching my head in that moment. And so I know we'll break it down throughout the show. Just the first 20 minutes on this Wednesday, Swain, but emotions running high right now throughout Vol Nation.
Yeah. Of course you got your hot takes, you got your emotional takes, and listen, being a fan is emotional, and sports, when you're competing at a high level, comes with a level of emotion, and I think everyone should be disappointed.
Yeah.
That just means you care. So nothing wrong with being disappointed. Nothing wrong with being upset. Felt like Tennessee fell short of what their goals were. But, man, this team brought a level of joy with this fan base we haven't experienced in a long time. The way this team played throughout the season, the way that this community wrapped their arms around this baseball team is and was just awesome. I think they had a damn good season. I'm looking forward to the future, which we have to discuss for sure, because part of losing and the rumors surrounding Tony Vitello, those combined, have people freaking out and feeling a certain type of way. But I'm happy for these players returning. I'm happy for the players who are leaving, because yes, they lost and it stings, but they can say that they put Tennessee baseball back on the map. They have put Tennessee in a place where it's an attractive place to play. There's a standard. There's a bar that's been raised, and it's because of these seniors and guys who are going to go on and play at the next level. So I just want to tell them thank you to these coaches, because these players, they don't play this way. They don't play with this passion that we saw them play if they didn't have coaches that poured into them every single day. And these players play like they would run through a brick wall for their coaches. You can tell. And so I just want to say thank you to the coaches for guiding these young athletes, playing the game the right way, giving it their all. And that's all you can really ask for. You're not going to win every single game, so I don't want to hear all the, here comes the Tennessee stuff, can't get stuff done. And when this team went to the College World Series, they didn't lose in the regional after being, they didn't lose to Wright State and Duke. They went to the College World Series. They swept their super regional. So they're one of 8 teams in the entire country, and you can't make mistakes like you can in any other series. This is the best of the best, and if you make a mistake, you're going to be exposed. And that's simply what happened. You played against other teams that the moment you made a mistake, they capitalized, and Tennessee was just unable to recover. But
you're seeing a lot of emotional takes based off of previous experiences that fans had with football and basketball.
Yeah, and sometimes like football and basketball has nothing to do with baseball. There's nothing to do with baseball sometimes. This team exceeded expectations with limited resources. When you compare them to the competitors inside of this conference, Tennessee was one of the best teams in the hardest conference, in the hardest sport of college athletics, period. Like, you got to put things in perspective. Now, Tony Vitello, the season is over, so we can't use the season as an excuse to not talk contract negotiations, extension, raise, going, coming. Season is over. So those are the conversations that have to be addressed now. And I know Ben has his sources. I have my sources. And our powers combined,
Ben, we have the Swain Event. I didn't have a way to twist that Captain Planet at all, so I just went with that. Anyways, we'll take our first break of the day. Tony Vitello's future here we'll address. Ben McKee, Brad Matthews, Jason Swain. Be right back.
If you want to get in on the conversation, call the Iris Networks hotline at 865-200-5503. Grow your business with Iris Networks high-speed fiber internet. IrisNetworksUSA.com.
If you're coming to Knoxville and need a place to stay, do yourself a favor and book a room at Hampton Inn Paper Mill, also known as the Hampton on the Hill. This award-winning property is literally in the top 5% of all Hampton Inn properties. The GM, Stephen Lawrence, is a good old local boy who grew up in the business around Knoxville. He and his staff are always available, always willing to help, and will go above and beyond for their guests. The newest Hampton Inn in Knoxville has clean, affordable rooms, flat screens, fridges, and microwaves in every room. Plus, breakfast is included in every rate. Not to mention, there's also a pool and fitness center on site. If it wasn't so close to amazing restaurants, bars, and shopping, you would never want to leave. At only 6 miles from campus, you're still right in where the big orange action is. Go to HamptonInn.com, search Knoxville, and book your room at the Hampton Inn Paper Mill or call 865-693-5400.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
When I made the move to my own studio, I was worried about this. I was worried about that. I was worried about, hey, did I get this piece of equipment? Did I get that piece of equipment? Does that sound good? Does that not sound good? One thing I didn't have to worry about, that was office furniture, because Office Furniture Outfitters met my furniture needs. With a 50,000 square foot facility, they have East Tennessee's largest selection and are the best value for new and used office furniture. Located in Knoxville, it's easy to find everything you need for your new space, including desks, file cabinets, chairs, conference tables, and more. Office Furniture Outfitters is turnkey. They came to my place, we mapped everything out that was needed, they delivered, and get this, set everything up. To learn more about what Office Furniture Outfitters can do for you, log on to OFOKnox.com. That's OFOKnox.com.
For a replay of each day's Swain Event TV, like us on Facebook.
Swain Event fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. 90s Vol says the outcome of the game was disappointing, but in no way at all was the team or the season disappointing. People can keep those hot takes to themselves. Call me the fan police, but those takes do make us look stupid at times.
Yes. Yes. There was a lot of them yesterday. Just emotions. I get it. But let's not let it carry over. 24-hour rule.
Yeah, you can, Ben has said this, both things can be true. Omaha could be a failure. I mean, how can it not be a failure? You were 0-2 in Omaha. But the season was not a failure. Now, the outcome, Omaha, disappointing. But the season was not disappointing. I mean, they gave us so many awesome, great moments. I mean, how can you say that the season was disappointing when Tennessee sold out a super regional and had to put together a block party for the first time ever? Like, no. Season was good. Season was a great season. But the ending, Omaha was disappointing. Omaha was a failure. But the season, can't say the whole entire season was. Ben, you rubbing elbows with people in the know there in Omaha. A lot of people talking about Tony Vitello's future and Tennessee baseball's future. LSU job is still open. Vitello's on the list. Tony Vitello did address when he was asked about his communication with LSU. So he had not had any communication with LSU, which honestly to me don't really mean anything, because you can say you didn't have communication with LSU, doesn't mean that your representation has not. But whatever. Ben, how you feeling about Tennessee, Tony Vitello, LSU?
I'm feeling better today than I was yesterday.
Good.
Feeling better today than I was yesterday.
What makes you say that?
Because I think the ball is in LSU's court, and I don't know that Tony Vitello is at the top of LSU's list at the moment. That could change, obviously, but I do wonder if there's another coach at Omaha that is higher on the list. And I do think that another coach, like a Brian O'Connor from Virginia, is higher on the list. So Tony can't take the LSU job if LSU doesn't offer him the job. And it seems like maybe Tennessee, or LSU rather, sorry, LSU is trending in a different direction. Not, and that doesn't mean that they won't offer Tony Vitello the job. It is certainly possible, but I think unfortunately for Tennessee, the ball is in LSU's court. The ball is in Tony Vitello's court. Tennessee's done everything it can, and is in wait and see mode right now. If Tony Vitello wants to listen to LSU, then that's his prerogative, and he has earned that. He has deserved that. There isn't a single fan, in my opinion, that should bash him for listening to LSU. But I do think that Tennessee has done everything that it can to put its best foot forward to try to keep Tony Vitello. So I think Tennessee, just speaking from Tennessee's perspective, is in a good spot with what they have brought to the table for Tony Vitello. But again, if he wants to pursue the LSU job, then there's nothing that Tennessee can do right now. And I know people are going to say, "Well, just throw a bunch of money at him." I mean, that they are going to throw a bunch of money at him, and it's still not going to negate the fact that LSU is arguably the best job in the country, and as we talked about yesterday, probably one of 3 jobs that Tony Vitello would leave for. And my belief is, my personal opinion, is that Texas, Arkansas, and LSU would be the 3 that he would leave for. So this isn't, I'm trying to think of an adequate school to use as an example. It's not Missouri opening up. It's not TCU opening up. This is an outlier. LSU is an outlier, which is why Tennessee is now kind of caught in the middle. And I hate to say that they're caught with their pants down, because to me that means that they're kind of unprepared. That's typically how that reference is used. but it does kind of feel like Tennessee's caught with their pants down in the sense of just being in no man's land and kind of being the butt of the joke, because right now everybody just assumes that Danny White's not doing his job, and that's not the case at all. So as of right now, like, I still feel good about Tony Vitello being the head coach at Tennessee, but if LSU were to decide to offer Tony Vitello, it would get a lot more interesting.
Pants might be down, but sliding shorts are still firmly on. I think Danny White's sliding around just behind the scenes.
This is
one last thing
Sorry,
that I wanted to add, and then I was going to throw it y'all's way, is just because LSU offers the job doesn't mean that Tony Vitello would take the job. I don't want to try and communicate that at all. And as I said at the beginning of my monologue this segment, I don't know that Tony Vitello is at the very top of LSU's list at the moment. So there is reason to be concerned if you're Tennessee about LSU, because it is certainly possible that Tony would leave for Tennessee or leave for LSU. But again, I don't know that Tony is at the top of LSU's list, and I think that's the most important part, because it's as simple as Tony Vitello can't take the LSU job if they don't offer him.
So what has Tennessee done? According to sources, Tennessee has already laid out the contract for Tony Vitello that would make him the highest paid college baseball coach in America. Already laid out. Tennessee is prepared to make Tony Vitello the highest paid coach in America. And so, knowing that, it's kind of hard to sit here and question whether Tennessee is stepping up to the plate or not.
Correct.
Now, there is short-term goals that Tony Vitello, Tennessee, have discussed about what can realistically be done as quick as possible. It's not realistic to sit here and say, oh, with a snap of a finger, by next month, we're going to have a stadium like Mississippi State's or Ole Miss's, but there's a long-term goal that's been covered as well. The question is Tony Vitello, along with his salary being bumped, along with assistant salaries being bumped, is he okay? Does he feel comfortable? Does he trust what is said to him in the plan, short-term and long-term? And if that's the case, then I think we should feel good about Tony Vitello returning. Now, Tennessee is prepared to make Tony Vitello the highest paid coach. That's without knowing how much LSU is going to pay their next coach. Because, we don't know that. But if I'm Tony Vitello, and I'm putting myself totally outside of a Tennessee fan's body, but if I'm Tony Vitello, I'm listening. I'm listening to the top job in America. They want me. I'm listening. Of course. I'm listening. I always listen. So that's what I was able to gather yesterday. I figured might as well gather some information because we ain't about to win. Around the seventh inning, I was like, well.
No wonder you were watching.
Oh, yeah. It's my fault and it's Peyton's fault, too, because Peyton's at the game. Golly.
I do hate that Peyton was, there within several camera shots, and towards the end, after the fifth, sixth inning, he was creeping up behind that post. He knew he was on camera. He was trying to get away from it. Here come the curse tweets. Here come the curse tweets.
No, Tennessee just didn't play good enough. It had nothing to do with Peyton. Nothing to do with Peyton. Peyton just comes to big games.
Yep.
And if Peyton came to the LSU Super Regional, then he would have experienced Tennessee winning a big game. But it's the games that he goes to, and we just came up short in the game that he was at. So, the Peyton jokes are just that. I think that some folks have missed the memo on that. I think they take it serious. At the end of the day, he's a fan. And last time I checked, we got people getting butt hurt because fans are getting blamed for things. But Peyton gets blamed for being in games. So we got to make up our mind which way we going to go on this. But it's always been a joke. It always will be a joke. Peyton has nothing to do with the outcome. Simple as that. But it was really cool to see Peyton's son there. All weekend I've heard, baseball's a game for, fathers and sons. And, man, that's freaking cool right there, man. That is cool. That is cool. So, I don't know when this team will arrive in Knoxville, Ben. Any idea of when the team will arrive? If you don't know, I can try to text and find out. I'm pretty sure you can do the same thing. But off top of your head, just asking you right here on the spot, any idea of when the team will return?
11:55 a.m.
11:55 a.m. today, team will return. So,
I believe I am remembering that correctly. I asked because I was asked by many people, and I do know that they're departing at 11 Central Time and arriving 11:55 Eastern sounds right because it's about a 2-hour flight. Hour and a half to 2-hour flight. So that sounds about right.
Is this the type of moment where fans should show up in appreciation?
1,000%.
I agree.
1,000%. This team went
does
to the College World Series, man.
Yeah, does it show, is it putting your best foot forward as a fan base?
1,000%.
You know Tony Vitello, he expected more. And it would be nice to, see some fans coming off the bus, but is that, the moment for it?
Yeah, man. Hey, what we want.
There's fans asking themselves this question at home right now. This is why I'm bringing it to the table.
And here, I got the answer for you right now. It's a good question. We want our players to give their all for Tennessee and represent Tennessee the right way. The winning is extra. Compete at a high level, recruit at a high level. We're gonna have the best facilities. That's the goal. We're gonna give you the support. This is how we're different. This is why we consider ourselves the best fans in America. Not when just things are going 100% well and we're winning every single game. Here's a chance to show why we are the best fans in the country. This team competed for the College World Series. They exceeded expectations. They played out of their minds up until Omaha. And here's our opportunity, possibly last opportunity, to say thank you to this team while they're together. Because after today, they're going to go their separate ways. They're going to get ready for the major leagues. They're going to get ready for the next phase in their life. And as a fan, you may never be able to address this team unless it's like a reunion 5, 10, 25 years later. So here's a golden opportunity that if you are here in Knoxville and you want to meet this team and tell this team how much you appreciate them, you can do that today when they arrive. And I can tell you right now, it's one of the greatest feelings ever, getting off the bus and having your fans there cheering for you. We did it in 2003 when we beat Miami, but I know these players would appreciate it so much because they're hurting right now. They're hurting.
Real quick, my math on the arrival time was incorrect. They're leaving at 11.
Okay.
Central. I know that. I'll ask what time they're landing. I know they're leaving at 11.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's confirm that, man. Let's confirm that, and then we'll get the exact time when we come back from break. And who knows, man? Sometimes the times may change, but it shouldn't because they got police escort and all that stuff. So we'll get that for you on the other side. Be right back.
I'm Vince Moore, wide receiver, VFL 1991, and you're listening to the Swain Event.
JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over. More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris Networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work from anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss stem cell treatment and PRP. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
That's right, Jason. We specialize in regenerative non-surgical orthopedics. So we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints by using ultrasound-guided injections with stem cells or PRP. And this form of treatment actually stimulates the body's own reparative process and allows for healing of the damaged tissue.
So, Doc, what makes your training different than others?
Well, Jason, I've been practicing in Knoxville for 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. So unlike the big seminars that will advertise stem cells, fly someone in for a couple hours to talk about supposed stem cells that you order off of a shelf, then they'll depart, leaving the patient wondering who will be the person injecting me and what their level of training is. At Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own bone marrow stem cells or PRP. So in other words, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, trsportsmedicine.com. East Tennessee's leader in PRP and stem cell therapy.
It's a new season, which means it's time to rep your team in new ways with gear from Game Time Sidekicks. Rep the Vols with every sip with a new tie-dye tumbler or bottle. They also have a new NFL Players Association product line, so you can support your favorite VFL on Sundays. Want to put your own flair on a tumbler? Game Time Sidekicks has you covered with options to add your own text or even a monogram on the back of your favorite team tumbler. To check out everything that Game Time Sidekicks has to offer, go to GameTimeSidekicks.com. Carry your team with Game Time Sidekicks.
You don't have to take an L just because you can't listen to the Swain Event live. You can catch up on the podcast posted daily on the app, online, and on iTunes.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Ben McKee, Brad Matthews, Jason Swain. Got a couple feelers out on getting the exact time the team will arrive. So those that want to welcome this team and meet this team, maybe at the complex or something like that, you can be able to do that and tell this team thank you. They deserve it so much. The way they represent themselves on and off the diamond, and I appreciate how they played the game with passion, worked their tail off. I appreciate it, man. I really do. My daughter, my 13-year-old's out of town, and she FaceTimed me yesterday, guys, and she was like, "When's the next game?" She was looking forward to the next game. Like, she couldn't wait for the next game.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Sweetie, they played yesterday. There's no more games." And she was sad. Like, she was really sad. Really sad. So
those feelers come back?
Yeah. You can tell. So information will be publicized later from the Tennessee baseball account. So sounds like they are putting that together, but pay close attention to the Tennessee baseball account. So if you're not on Twitter, get on Twitter. I know Ben's responsible for people activating Twitter accounts just to follow his baseball tweets. So if we have an elderly gentleman being able to do that, then you can drop you a Twitter account just to follow Tennessee baseball because they're going to give us details of when the team is going to return. So that's one thing we do have on you, Ben. You can't be here to show love to the team. We can. You stuck in Omaha. You stuck.
I watched them play and win 7 conference games one year.
We're gonna be the ones to tell them goodbye for the last time, Ben. You can never say that. We got you. We one-upped you, Ben. Did you get any barbecue while you was in Omaha?
No.
You didn't? Yeah, you probably didn't miss anything. 865-255-03. Ben, you mentioned something that Brad and I was talking about during the break. We're not just going to let that slide.
No.
Did you say that when Ross Hibbett was the player at Kansas State, this umpire gave him crap when he was a player?
Yes.
There was a dust-up. That is a heck of a nugget.
What Ross Hibbett did yesterday is what I've always wanted to do to a referee or umpire during the game. That was, I don't know if I should say this.
It was
Next level.
That was phenomenal. That was freaking phenomenal, man. I'm sorry. I can't help it. That was phenomenal. That umpire thought the game was about him. No one came to see you. He was like the TV Teddy of baseball. Nobody come to see you.
I thought it was Bummy McBumface for a minute.
They came out of nowhere, man. He came out the stands like Sting. Came out of nowhere. I didn't know who he ejected. But that makes sense right there, Ben. That makes sense.
In the place I was watching, outside on a patio for a short time, at least for the first couple innings. And everyone thought that they tossed Tony.
I thought so, too.
I mean, people were wigging out, man. No, don't tell me that's the last we see of him in orange. No. Then we see the replay. Then we start lip reading. It got fun. It got real. It was phenomenal. But yeah, that was a heck of a nugget, Ben.
My assistant coach energy is Mike Eckler, football, and Ross Kivet in baseball. Excuse me. That's my spirit animal, man. That was great, man. That was great.
Ben, you just gonna bite your tongue on this?
I mean, you all are summarizing it perfectly. I still can't believe that he actually threw him out.
Oh man, you gotta throw him out. There's certain things that you can't say.
But
at
no.
He said that
That's not why.
afterwards.
That's not why he threw him out. He said all that stuff after he threw
Yeah.
him
I
out.
know, but there had to be something that a camera didn't get in addition to the clipboard slam.
Well, I told you
Well, yeah, but
30 minutes
even,
ago that
even with even
Ross
with
Kivitt
that
did
background,
nothing to get ejected.
I feel like he had to say something previously to that.
I'm telling you that Mr. Kivitt was upset that a player struck out looking, and out of frustration with his player,
Yeah.
he slammed the dugout rail, and that's what got him ejected.
I heard you.
So he can be mad at the player per se for not swinging. He can make that case instead of slamming it in the direction of the umpire. It's kind of like when a basketball coach gets a technical foul when he is barking at his own team.
Yeah, I know. I totally understand what you guys are saying. But, like, I mean, people can throw water coolers in dugouts. You can say a lot of things directed in a lot of different directions. In addition to the Kansas State nugget, which is seriously great reporting. No, not a lot of people know that. And Ben did a great job bringing it to light. I felt like, I mean, there had to be something in those previous innings that once he slammed the clipboard, umpire was like, all right, here we go.
But he was already ejected when he slammed the clipboard. What you saw on TV, he had already been ejected.
I hear you.
That he doesn't have
so
that
like
those.
the
If
slamming
he's
of
not,
the clipboard was like the final straw, is what I'm trying to say. It makes
but how
me
can it be the final straw if he was already ejected? Is why I'm confused.
the lead up in previous innings, not just that inning, not just what we saw on camera. You have
The
to
lead
be in
up was the
dugout,
dust up
Ben.
at Kansas
You
State.
have to
That
be
was
in
the lead
dugout
up.
to answer the question that I'm throwing out there.
I think I know.
Okay, Ben.
Yeah,
Thank you, VolQuest, Ben.
I mean,
You're welcome.
If he was thrown out,
You should send me a Venmo for that nugget.
Yeah,
$5
if
at
he-
Ben McKee 14.
if he was thrown out before, like for simply the slam on, with his hand on the dugout, then he was. I mean, the notebook and what he said was after the fact.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
That's what I've been saying for 30 minutes now.
Yeah.
If Ross doesn't get ejected for slamming the rail in frustration with his players striking out, the clipboard is not thrown. The things that were said are not said.
It was all after the fact. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Ross could make the case that he did not direct that in towards the umpire, but that he was frustrated at his player.
Correct.
He-
That's
he-
what happened,
yeah, he can
and
make-
because of
Yeah.
what has happened in the past with that particular umpire, when Ross Kivitt was playing at Kansas State, it seemed as if the umpire was looking for the smallest reason, any possible reason, to get back at Ross Kivitt to throw him out of the game.
Exactly, which is why I asked the question. Because what inning did that happen in, Ben? Do you remember?
The third, I think.
So, like, did anything that wasn't caught on camera happen in the first or second? That's what I'm leading to. All of what you're saying is correct. I'm trying to figure out if there's even more. Like, did something happen in the first or second? Whether it was a chirp or a mean mug.
I mean
from
that
Kivitt to
entire
the third
Tennessee
base coach.
dugout, chirps all 9 innings, regardless of what is happening.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there was chirping.
But between these two individuals, I don't know. It's just something to ponder about.
I'm impressed of how Tony Vitello toes that line, and he doesn't get ejected. I mean, he is he toes that line, and it seems like he's outside the dugout arguing, and man, he does a really good job, man. I'm pretty sure that when he was younger, he would wiggle his way out of plenty of groundings and punishment with his parents, man. I bet he's an awesome negotiator, which explains why he's such a great recruiter at Arkansas, and he's carried that over to Tennessee. I can tell, man.
Great negotiator, huh?
Great negotiator. I can tell, man. I can tell. What? This is what? What you doing? What you mean? I didn't say. What? I didn't do thing. What? What? He doesn't get ejected. Great negotiator. That's why he's one of the top recruiters in the country. It makes total sense now. Makes total sense. So, for those wanting information about the team's return, follow Tennessee's baseball account. They'll be sharing some information, I'm sure, this morning about how fans, if you want to meet the bus, say thank you, give this team a big old hug around their neck, and give them a round of applause for their season. Follow Tennessee's baseball account, and I'm pretty sure that you'll get that information this morning. So that's one thing I know a lot of fans, either on the text box or on Facebook or on YouTube, I'm pretty sure you've gotten some DMs too, Ben, about information on when the team's coming back and what time will their bus arrive on campus, so that way the fans can meet the bus and tell them how much they appreciate them for how they've played this season. So I'm not like yesterday. I was sad. I was more sad for our players and our coaches. I was upset at the umpires. I can't sit here and say I was like pissed off that we lost, because I'm really looking forward to the future. Like, I'm really excited about the future, what the future holds. And this is one thing I kind of learned about myself in the last couple years is I like building things. I like when, like, the process, whether it's like cooking or doing a DIY project or even building a Swain event. It's just cool to build something with your hands and just seeing kind of the process. Whether you like building a chair, you take pictures of the start, the middle, and the finishing product. You just kind of reflect on the journey and reflect on like how far you've come, and you're like, man, wow, I did that. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing like Lindsey Nelson Stadium today versus a month from now, 2 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing what this administration, Tony Vitello, whether he's here 5 more minutes or 5 more years or 50 more years, like I'm looking forward to seeing like the direction we go with Tennessee baseball. So I'm not mad this morning. Like, I was mad for a little bit yesterday, but only because we lost. But I was more sad for our players, man, because I know how much they put into it. So the future's bright. The future's bright. The question is, maybe we should put it on the poll. Are you buying season tickets next year? Are you buying season tickets next year? Because season tickets was super cheap this past season. And if you had those season tickets, those cheap season tickets at the beginning of the season, you would have had tickets to the Super Regional. Does this season make you want to buy season tickets?
I think it's poll worthy.
Absolutely. Hour 2 coming up.
For what is coming up on the Swain Event.
Hey there, Swain Event listeners. I'm excited to share my new Keller Williams Realty app so you can tour homes without leaving yours. Not only can you search for homes in specific areas and neighborhoods, you can also have access to real-time market snapshots on stats like average home price and days on market, plus commute times from your office, school zones, and much more. Download my app today and get the most accurate information on buying, selling, and investing in real estate in your area. Just search for the Keller Williams Realty app and click on More in the lower right-hand corner. Type in Jennifer Morris in the Your Agent search bar, then save and you're set. And as always, feel free to reach out at 865-257-7897 or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Guys, your health right now is more important than ever. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels checked. It all starts with the annual wellness exam where they do a comprehensive health assessment exclusively for men, making it quick and easy to take care of your health. And now they offer monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatment. Most insurance is accepted. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment and make your health a priority. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
It's a new season, which means it's time to rep your team in new ways with gear from Game Time Sidekicks. Rep the Vols with every sip with a new tie-dye tumbler or bottle. They also have a new NFL Players Association product line, so you can support your favorite VFL on Sundays. Want to put your own flair on a tumbler? Game Time Sidekicks has you covered with options to add your own text or even a monogram on the back of your favorite team tumbler. To check out everything that Game Time Sidekicks has to offer, go to GameTimeSidekicks.com. Carry your team with Game Time Sidekicks.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Don't remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy. Attaboy is brought to you by Made in Tennessee Business Fiber Internet from Iris Networks. Find business solutions for you at irisnetworksusa.com.
Attaboy is brought to you by Iris Networks. 90 days, no payment for business internet. Reliable, local, high-quality business fiber internet and voice. Their telephone number is 865-448-4747. Come on now, you know where my Attaboy is going. It's going to Tennessee baseball. It's going to Tennessee baseball. Disappointing finish, but y'all brought a fan base together. Y'all brought a fractured fan base together. Tennessee baseball opened up good memories for a lot of people that was buried for years and years and years. Tennessee baseball allowed fathers to think about the times they spent when their kids were younger. It allowed older folks in the 30s and 40s reminisce about the times in the backyard, throwing ball with the glove, time in the ballpark. That's what Tennessee baseball did for us. Tennessee fans are known for getting after folks and getting after themselves, but man, been a lot of harmony in the last couple months because of Tennessee baseball.
Amen to that.
A fan base. Just think about. It's just June, about to be July, but just a short time ago, 6 months ago, 5 months ago. Think about how shattered we were, hopeless we felt after football coach was fired, and AD was fired, and it felt like we just hit rock bottom as an athletic program, and how defeated we felt as a fan base. And Tennessee baseball just really made us, in a way, kind of forget about all that stuff. And I think a lot of us are sad that the ride is over, because it makes us now have to face what's ahead for Tennessee football. Honestly, it's like, oh man, we gotta.
I know you're being honest. It's just funny.
Man. You know, Ben went out, had a good time last night. You know, he kind of forgot about the loss. Party's over. Now you got to think about the loss. And now you got to pack and come on back home and not on vacation anymore. And some, you know, the Tennessee baseball is like a vacation. It's like a vacation for us. And so I know it stings right now, but I just want to say thank you. Thank you to our coaches. Thank you to our players. You truly gave your all. Simple as that. So my attaboy goes to the Tennessee baseball program. Everyone involved, from bat boys to the head coach, and everywhere in between. Just thank you. Thank you for a great season. That's my attaboy and attagirl. Brad, Ben, got anything?
I think you speak for us both.
I echo your sentiments. I don't want to get away from Foxball and Don, who are waiting there on the line. So I'll just say that I echo your sentiments, and we can dive into it here shortly.
All right, let's get to Foxball. Foxball, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
What's up?
Hey, man. Yeah, I'm calling in about this whole Tennessee baseball season and everything, and kind of going back to your sentiments earlier in the week. I mean, there's been a lot of thoughts and a lot of energy poured into this, and a lot of the fans started buying in who never really kept up with baseball, period. It's just part of being a part of that Tennessee family, I guess. You know, the Vol family, and buying into one of your own. The way that I look at what's happened is, I think you kind of said it best earlier when you were talking about your personal life, when you said that, you know, you enjoy the process of things. And to me, I'll be honest with you, after that loss, the first thing that hit my mind was, man, sometimes it just stinks to be a Tennessee fan. You know, because you buy in, you get your hopes up, and you think that everything is just going to go well, and you just want to win something for once, and then you get right on the cusp, and it's like it's ripped away from you. But I think Inky Johnson, he says this a lot in a lot of his speeches and everything, and fall in love with the process. And I kind of think the hard thing to do is to buy in again for fans, because we've had so much, you know, lack of true leadership, just failure on the administration part. And I think, like you said, it seems like we have good leadership in place now, but I think we're going to have to learn to start falling in love with the process of just being a fan again. You know, we look at the progress. We look at where we were and where we're going now. You know, this is where we are now. That's where we were. So at some point, you know, we've got to move out of that. We've got to move forward. We've got to appreciate all the victories. I'm going to take them all, man. Give me all the victories. I'm not going to live in my losses and suffer in pity and wallow. And to me, that goes being a fan, but, you know, it goes with life too. You have to learn to move forward and appreciate successes when they come. So, in my opinion, man, kudos to this baseball team. Yeah, you ran into a buzzsaw. You kind of hit a wall at the end. But who really thought at the beginning of the year that we would end up in Omaha? Bingo. I mean, really. So to me, it gives me hope for a lot of things in the future. But you know, baseball and regardless of who the coach is, you know, this administration has shown, hey, we've realized that the fans will buy in. They'll support a baseball program that has good energy and that is successful. so we're going to support it as well. I think that it's moving in the right direction, in my opinion.
Yeah, man.
So, guys, I'm going to hang up. I'm going to listen. Thanks for taking my call. Y'all have a great day, man.
Foxball said something that stood out to me.
Great phone call.
And, he mentioned about being reluctant to kind of let your guard down and buy in because you're afraid that you're going to get your heart ripped out. If you feel that way right now about this Tennessee baseball defeat, I think that means you jumped on the bandwagon too late. Because if you were on time, you would have had so many moments, so many great moments throughout the season, whether it's, sweeping LSU, beating Vanderbilt, beating Arkansas, the walk-off home runs, being down. I mean, 22 games where this team was down and they bounced back. Like if you would have left the train when they left at the beginning of the season, you would have not jumped on late and felt like you've been let down the moment you open yourself up. You just open yourself up too late.
I think it was hard for your common Tennessee fan that wasn't necessarily baseball guys or baseball followers to do that early on because of what Tennessee athletics have been.
Yeah.
It's just signing yourself up for more hurt, but then everything starts to come to fruition. They start to see what Tony has actually done. The 4 years he's been here, 29 wins, 40 wins, a 15-2 start to last year before COVID put an end to it, and then 50 wins this year. Yeah, maybe they were a little late, grand scheme, but I think they've won them over, speaking of all baseball, for the long haul now, which is awesome. And as you mentioned, as Foxball alluded to, growing the program and building something.
Yeah, I just don't have that feeling of, oh, man, every time I open myself up, I'm ripped out. I get my heart ripped out. I'm disappointed. I just don't. Well, I don't. Yeah, I don't feel that way. Not saying I look down on anybody or judging anyone who does, but I'm just saying I don't feel that way because I had the cheat code, man. I had Ben McKee. It was like, hey, man, this team gonna be pretty good. This team's good. This team's good. So I'm not a baseball guy that's gonna sit there and watch baseball. Now I will more now, but I didn't sit there and just watch, pay attention to midweek games. But I've been a Tony Vitello guy for a while just because I love his personality. I love how he carried himself. And so Tony Vitello was the reason I paid attention to baseball, even before they started to win as much as they did this year. So that's a really good phone call from Foxball. I really, really appreciate it. Everyone is different in how they process, disappointment. And, Foxball is sharing with us how he processed this disappointment with Tennessee baseball losing, and I appreciate his opinion. Let's get to Don. Don, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, Don.
Hey, guys. Well, to quote a song by Garth Brooks, I could have missed the pain, but I'd have had to miss the dance. If you get my drift.
Oh, I get your drift. Even though I've never heard the song, I understand what you
yeah, we're not
you mean.
The biggest Garth Brooks guys.
No,
I guess, but.
Yeah.
I know, and that song's very, very old.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. Absolutely.
That's. I'm not a major country fan, but years and years ago when Garth Brooks first burst on the scene, I guess the two lines that always stuck out to me. The song's called "The Dance," by the way. Worth you listening to or watching the video, but basically just saying, yeah, you can miss all the bad things in life, but if you do, you're gonna miss all the good things in life. So
yeah,
that's the way I feel about the baseball team. His other one that I quote sometimes, if you've ever looked back maybe in your high school dating days and run across an old flame from eons ago, and see how they've changed. And it's called Thank God for an Unanswered Prayer.
I don't know what you're talking about, Don. We have deleted, blocked any communication from exes around here. We don't know what you're talking about, Don. We don't know what you're talking about. Right, Ben? Right, Brad?
Yeah, you got to be careful with this cancel culture.
But getting down to the point, yeah, I can't imagine the disappointment that those kids have. And it kills me that fans get on social media and stuff and, oh, it was just too big for the moment for the Vols. And like somebody said after Vandy got beat a couple of nights ago, it must have been too big for the Vandy. Arkansas didn't even make it to Omaha after being number one pretty much the whole year. So it's baseball. And if you watch Major League Baseball, you see the same kind of mistakes. You see the same kind of errors made. And that's just the way it is. I think most of the hypercritical people are people that never played sports. I remember going to a high school game at my alma mater, and back in the day with Kippy and all of them, we were pretty good, to say the least. And this few years later, I'm sitting here in the stands one night, and there's a guy sitting behind me that was a couple years ahead of me in school, and he's absolutely giving the coaches and the players, mainly the quarterback, up and down the road. I took it about as long as I could, and I finally just turned around and said, I don't remember ever seeing you on the practice field. And I didn't hear no more out of him. It's just, it's hard. When Drew Gilbert stepped up to the plate with the bases loaded, nobody out, was anybody besides me thinking we may see a grand slam here?
I know I was thinking it.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking when we were down 4 in the last inning, I was like, oh, we about to come back.
There was a Gilly Goobert chant going on at the local establishment I was at.
Yeah, but again, Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, they failed more than they succeeded. They just succeeded more than anybody else. It's, people, you take it personal. I've been in sales my whole life, and it's real hard even after all these years if you don't make a sale not to feel personal rejection when it's really not.
Yeah.
And things like that. But Tony V, he's got to stay. Whatever it takes, he's got to stay. I have not been as sold on a coach in any sport here, and that's hard to say with what Rick Barnes has done, and of course Bruce Pearl, et cetera. But the guy just oozes charisma. I can't even describe the feeling. And I've watched more college baseball this year than I've watched in my whole life, and I got some age on me. Major League Baseball don't do it for me like UT baseball. I mean, it does it. Normally this time of year we're just kind of sitting around waiting for, August and get the boys on the field and start filling things out for the fall. But this year, being able to enjoy, and then coming off of, everything that happened this time a year ago, and how we got canceled out on everything, it makes it worth it. So I won't hold you up, guys. I just wanted to say that I'm another one that disappointed, yes, but I'll never second guess Coach V, and I won't second guess those players. One question. I know it's real easy to forget stuff if it doesn't affect you as much, but going all the way back to Hoover and that Alabama and that deal with the ump on the walk-off that wasn't, and you look at some of the calls all through the 2 regionals as well as this, has Tennessee actually won a crucial review? Because it seems like every review we had was, especially crucial ones like the home plate deal yesterday, et cetera.
It certainly feels like we haven't won one and been on the good side of the receiving side of a good call or a controversial call. Alabama game there in the SEC championship tournament, and then yesterday with the call at home plate, which initially it looked like he was safe, and then you broke it down frame by frame. You did the still shot. The mitt is on the leg, and the foot is short of the plate. Pretty easy. I mean, why even have replay if you can't get it right? So let's go back to the phones. Let's get to Wes. Thanks for the phone call, Don. Wes, good morning.
Morning, guys. Good to hear y'all again this morning. I just want to share something real quick. I'm not going to take up too much time. You look at this. You could look at this kind of like, the way that some people in relationships, you're going to have disappointment. It's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. It's not always going to be wonderful. You're going to have hard times. You're going to have times that's difficult. And, being a former multi-sport athlete in high school myself, you go through all those pains, you go through all that work and all that time. This is a way I always look at things like this. And I sincerely appreciate what this baseball thing meant for this fan base. I really do. It's amped me up. It's reinvigorated my love for baseball.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say it like this, and I'll jump off here. It's not necessarily about where you start or where you finish, per se. It's about the journey. It's about putting in the work to get you where you're going and putting in the work for the hope of what the future may hold, not necessarily knowing what the goal may be or what your result may be, because we're not all handed the same chances, and we're not all handed the same opportunities, so on and so on. Just like in any sport, football, basketball, baseball, literally any sport. Any of us that have played sports know this. It is, and especially team sports. Individual sports are are completely different animal. We know that, but they have absolutely nothing, and I mean nothing, to hang their heads about. I get the emotional letdown. We just ran into better pitching both games. That's just all it boils down to. We were playing hard, playing with a lot of effort. I think we were a little shell-shocked because of the stage in that first game. We kind of looked like we were like, what's going on here? And yesterday, I think they were just playing really hard and just run up against the buzzsaw of a good pitching staff. Those boys need, and Texas needs to be. There's a reason that they're a high seed. They have a solid pitching staff.
Yep.
But I just want to share that with you guys. I really enjoy listening. I'm gonna hang up and listen.
Hey, thank you. Ben, what was Tennessee's record the first season on Antonio Vitello?
I don't know the exact record off the top of my head, but they won 7 conference games.
And then they got a little bit better the next year, and then better the next year, which was last year. Started off 10-2 before, or 15-2 before COVID, and then this season, year 4. And so I'm looking, I'm looking and kind of thinking about when Clemson burst on the scene, because everyone thinks sometimes people forget about the process. They only see the championships and they just think you started there. Well, Clemson football won a championship in 2016, but it was about 5 years leading up to that prepared that program to seize the moment when they got there. This is why Taj Boyd gets so much love and credit there, even though he wasn't the championship winning quarterback, but he helped build the foundation. He helped build the culture there. And so when Dabo took over 2011, they beat West Virginia in in the Orange Bowl. No, excuse me, they got beat by West Virginia in the Orange Bowl. That's when Kevin Steele was the DC, and West Virginia put up 70 on them. But listen, before that, they lost to the Gator Bowl, Music City Bowl, and the Meineke Car Care Bowl. So the Orange Bowl was their first big bowl game under Dabo Swinney. They lost that one. They came back the next year and beat LSU in Chick-fil-A Bowl. That's when they were like, all right, guys, we here. Clemson is here, because they just beat LSU, and LSU won championship in 2007, and LSU has put in all these players in the league, was regarded as football power, and that was a moment where Clemson kind of believed in themselves and got that national respect. And then the next year they beat Ohio State in the Orange Bowl, and then the next year after that they beat Oklahoma, and then they get to the college football playoff and they lose Alabama. So they had a bumpy road. before they won their first championship. They just didn't start as champions. They had a bumpy road, and it was part of their process. Tennessee, in Tony Vitello's 4th season with piss-poor facilities,
literally
took his team to the College World Series. I'm looking at the big picture here. Like I'm looking at, and I understand we're a day away from being eliminated, and I'm not telling anyone not to be disappointed, but I'm just putting things in perspective here. Like you look at the powerhouses in football, like a Ohio State, like a Clemson, they just didn't get there in snap of a finger. Dabo just didn't get there in snap of a finger, and look how much those players respond to a dude like Dabo. As much as we think he's corny, those players responded to him. Well, you see people trying to hate on Tony Vitello because he doesn't do it a certain type of way, but it don't matter because those players responded to him. Mm-hmm. They run through a brick wall for him. So this team's going to be back. This program is going to be back under Tony Vitello. There's no way you can't be back if you can continue to do the things that you're doing. You're going to be back. This is just a small part of the bigger picture of the process, a small step in the process. This team is going to be back. And they learned something. There's some teams playing in the College World Series. They got experienced guys that play on that stage before. We didn't have anybody that play on that stage. And I thought the commentator made a really good point. That at Lindsey Nelson, Ben, our fans are right up on you. So you feel that energy. You feel it. They right up on you. And then when you go to TD Ameritrade, the dugout's wider, it's bigger, the fans are further back removed, and you don't feel that energy as much. And I know this Tennessee baseball team, man, it seemed like they just fed off the energy in Lindsey Nelson Stadium for the Super Regional and the Regional. And they didn't have that same feeling. I don't think they were able to really feed off the fans because they were so far removed, with the location of their seating of the stadium. That's not an excuse, but I'm saying like that was an interesting comment from the commentator during the program, and I can see how that would affect a player for sure. I can see that. I can totally see that. All right, let's go back to the phones.
We've got the other Ben.
Ben. The other Ben.
Y'all got me this morning?
Good morning. You sound great.
Hey, guys. Thanks for your show. Y'all always do a great job. And I agree with all the sentiments about this baseball team. Admittedly, I've been a huge Tennessee football fan in my life, basketball. But baseball was, just an also thing. But kudos to this team for bringing people like me on board. I also agree we should be very excited about everything that's been done this year by the baseball team. But I think maybe some of the frustration that some people would show wouldn't be a lack of appreciation for the season, but maybe a fear of it being over because of the looming potential of maybe the coach not coming back. I think maybe you would see much more wholesale joy than maybe fear of something being done. I could be wrong about that, but we should be extremely proud and happy with where they got. Nobody expected this team to go to Omaha, right? 0-2 never feels good, but man, what a ride. But I think maybe some people would take their cup off and enjoy it a little bit if they didn't feel like we might lose this coach.
I understand that fear. I get it. I totally understand that. That's a really, really good point. That is a really good point. Brad, Ben.
Guys, I'll let somebody else get on, but I appreciate your show. Keep it up, guys. Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much. I understand that 100%. Cause think about it. Like we haven't had a good coach just up and leave like that we gravitate towards, and we were like heartbroken over. Konzo left, but like that was the only coach that like really, really, really left. The rest of them got like fired because of lack of performance or NCAA reasons. But that's a really good point. there's a fear that what we had is going to go away, and we're going to go back to disappointment with just Tennessee football. I understand that fear, guys. Could you understand what the other Ben was saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I understand that.
I mean,
fair.
what dictated the conversation yesterday? Not the actual game, but Tony Vitello. It seemed, although we recognized that Tennessee was playing for a national championship, the bigger concern was what was next for Tony Vitello. That dominated, in my opinion, the minds of Tennessee fans and dominated the conversation as well. So to Ben's point, when you are more concerned about Tony Vitello leaving, you're not going to appreciate this team the way you should, just because you are so concerned about him taking off and leaving. It makes you fearful of what could come. So I completely agree with Ben.
Yeah, absolutely. Great point.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, you know, you just try to really focus on the current moment and live in the moment. You know, it's like the 98 Bulls. You know this is the last run, but you still live in the moment and do what you have to do. Not saying that we know Tony Vitello is going or leaving or whatever or staying. We don't know. But, like, there was a possibility that he could because there's other suitors based on the job that he did here at Tennessee. But even with that going on, you still rob yourself of the present joy that you could experience if you just lived in the moment. Just live in the moment. Who cares about what happens when this team loses? Just live in the present moment and enjoy this baseball team as long as you can. And that was, I think, the battle for some people. Some folks was able to do it. Some folks were not able to do it. But I see the baseball team bridging the gap between administration and the fan base. That's what I see. That's what I saw. There was a disconnect, and maybe there still is. Maybe, you know, administration still needs to prove themselves, and you know, I truly believe you got to prove yourself every day. You know, you got to prove your worth every single day. So yeah, they'll have to continue to do that. But like, when the administration answered the calls of a block party or a viewing party, and that's because Tennessee baseball set this scenario up. But I thought that moment, for the first time in a very long time, the fan base was like, man, we got some people that maybe know what they're doing. And I think it built some trust between the fan base and administration. And that trust is going to benefit football. It's going to benefit basketball. It's going to benefit every other sport. But baseball is the one that did that. That's how I see the big picture.
That's well put.
Ben McKee, Brad Matthews, Jason Swain, Swain Event fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Don't go anywhere. Be right back.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
When you see the happy face on our truck, you'll be smiling because you'll know that you're in love.
At Hiller, we care about your family's comfort all year long. If you get caught without air conditioning this summer, we're offering a free service call with any repair. That's a free service call when we do the work on your HVAC system. Visit happyhiller.com to schedule your appointment today.
Call the happy face truck today.
Touchdown or Turnover is backed by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong.
Touchdown Turnover, back by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong, better rates and better service, atfcu.com. Tennessee loses to Texas 4-8. Eliminated from the College World Series. Texas moves on. The two teams that beat Tennessee, Virginia and Texas. My question to you guys for Touchdown Turnover, do you root for the team that beat you, or do you root against the team that beat you? In this scenario, if Texas and Virginia goes on to win the whole deal, you tell yourself, man, hey, you want against the champions. Or because they beat you, you're bitter and you want that team to lose. Touchdown Turnover. Do you root for the team that just beat you? Touchdown or turnover?
To me, it depends on who the opponent is. So it's honestly a touchdown and a turnover for me. In this particular instance, I do say turnover. I'm not rooting for Texas to win the College World Series.
What if Vanderbilt and Texas play? Where are you going?
I mean, in that instance, I would 1,000% root for Texas.
Yeah.
If Texas plays Mississippi State, I'll root for Texas. But I hope NC State or Virginia pulls it off. So, see, there's a perfect example of Tennessee lost to Virginia. I hope Virginia wins it. If not NC State. I've fallen in love with NC State's lineup over the last couple of weeks. So I think it'd be pretty cool to see them smash their way to the College World Series championship game.
Let's hear it, Ben. Let's hear it.
Hear what?
It.
Oh, this one might be rough. So brace yourself.
I know. That's what I'm asking because I know it's gonna be rough.
I can't do the high pitch thing.
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
No, I can't.
Hey man, if we can't win it, go NC State, who beat Arkansas, beat Vanderbilt. Go win it, NC State, man. If we can't do it, y'all go do it. Touchdown Turnover, Brad. How you feel about when you're playing in a tournament setting?
Y'all ain't gonna like my answer.
You lose to a team. But do you ever feel like, hey man, if that team wins it, it makes us kind of look, it makes our loss look better, I guess. Do you subscribe to that? touchdown, turnover, man? Do you root for the team that beat you?
Not necessarily, no. So it would be a turnover, but I'm hesitant to say who I'm pulling for the rest of this College World Series.
As long as you don't say Vanderbilt, Mississippi State, we'll have a problem, man.
It ain't Vanderbilt.
Mississippi State? Brad, so disappointed.
You don't even want to know why?
Nope.
Yeah, I do. Let's. Hey,
this isn't like
we're friends here.
I'm not cheering for them, but like if somebody won, I would prefer them to win.
Why?
I'm about to mute Ben for this. Okay, hold on.
You might need to mute me too.
So, y'all know my wife and I, we're big animal lovers, right?
Oh my gosh.
So we've got a
rooting
bulldog
for them
at
because
home.
you're a bulldog.
Hey, my wife came home with this like retro, and this was months ago, not recently, months ago. This retro Mississippi State shirt, but it's just got a big maroon bulldog on it. So she's like, "Oh, it reminds me of Gus. I'm gonna get this." So, I mean, we got Mississippi State gear in the house. I might as well.
Your wife a Mississippi State fan?
No, she just likes the bulldog. But I was like, hey, if Mississippi State I can deal with. You ever bring anything Georgia into this house, we're going to have a serious conversation. I'm going to set the tone there right now. She thought I was kidding. I was like, no, hey, look at me. You don't bring anything UGA in here. Absolutely zero. I draw the line at one Bulldog Mississippi State shirt.
Brad, I'm so disappointed. I'm thinking I'm about to drop a tear.
Hey, I didn't buy it for her, man. She bought it herself.
I'm thinking about to cry. I'm so disappointed.
I'm just such a good husband. That's what it is.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like you need to regain control of your household.
Oh, I got control, my friend.
Hey, what was that noise being made yesterday? I'm like, because of a shirt with a bulldog on it? Man.
Blank that shirt.
Let me get on my Ross Kivitt energy. Forget Mississippi State. Forget Mississippi State. I don't want to hear that. I want all SEC teams to lose. Oh, let's go NC State. Beat Mississippi State. Beat Vanderbilt. No.
And beat Texas.
Definitely beat Texas, man.
Yeah, I want Texas to be handled real quick. I mean, those pitchers, my goodness. I tell you what, that boy they brought in, that boy definitely put mustard on his french fries.
Yeah. I'll just share with y'all how I process this. When I lose like that, I'm bitter. I want to scorch the earth. I want everybody to lose. I want the whole tournament to lose.
I mean, I lean towards that before anything else.
I mean, I asked the question, to see how y'all feel. I'm telling you how I feel. When we lose and things like that, I'm like,
Swain wants COVID to hit again. Just shut it down.
Burn everything down. I want everybody to lose. If we can't win, I want everybody to lose. That's how I feel.
We got Volstorm on line 1.
Brad, I don't know if I ever look at you the same again.
Well, you should know me better.
Let's get to Volstorm. Volstorm, good morning.
Jesus Christ.
That's how you say that.
Simple as that, man.
You have to cut Ben some slack there. He sounds like he's about to die. So
I enjoyed the concert last night. Sang along to all the words. My voice is gone.
I think he's lying about the songs that were
hangovers
played.
suck, don't they?
I am not hungover.
I think Ben is lying about the songs that were played. He said Juvenile Back That Thing was playing.
First song that came on was Back That.
Man, he sent me a Snapchat with Paul Wall in the background. They were playing some classics.
Here's why I know Ben is lying. No one sings the song to back that thing up.
Oh, I mean, everybody was dancing.
You just
but
dance.
You
don't sing along. What you
everybody
doing,
was dancing. You do sing along.
That song to you, Jason?
You just do. Yeah, you just sing the chorus, but the regular song,
Correct.
You don't know the words. You just mumble. You just mumble, right? You just dance. Ben lost his voice because they played Miley Cyrus, and they played what's the other chick? Shake It Off chick. What's her name? What's her
Shake
name?
It Off chick.
Why are you looking at me?
What?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Taylor
Taylor
and
Swift
Miley
is overrated.
Cyrus.
Don't be sending that Taylor Swift juju on me.
No, you know what song I lost my voice on?
You listen to Taylor Swift.
You really
Mo
need
Bamba.
to get to know me better.
Mo
They
Bamba.
played Mo Bamba. The bass was hitting. Oh, it was over for me.
Okay. All right. I just want to know what song you
'Cause I
lost your
got-
voice to. That's all I
What?
want to know. I said I just want to know what song you lost your voice to.
Well, I mean, they played a lot of great songs. There was Mo Bamba. There was Miss New Booty. There was Back That Up. I mean, there were a lot of great songs. There were some Drake songs. It was great.
Yeah, you was willing to risk it all for Drake, huh?
Ben definitely had fun if they played
He
Drake
was willing to risk it all.
Of
Now
course
you have
he
a
was.
voice, and
That's
he's
his
a
favorite
sports
artist.
talk host. Ben's willing to risk it all for Drake.
Yep.
All right, Foster. We took your call over. It's your call, man. Go for it.
Oh, no. It's all good. We all family. Brad, that is the worst damn excuse to ever have Mississippi State crap in your house.
Oh, I mean, he
Oh,
doesn't
it
crap
looks
in my
like
house.
my
The
dog.
German Shepherd
Dear
craps in my house.
Lord.
Hey, you had to go back and listen to key words. I never said rooting. I said if somebody has to win, it might as well be them.
Is
'cause I
it
got
in
a
your
shirt.
house?
Huh?
Is it in your house? Do you have Mississippi State stuff in your house?
There is one shirt that is
Then
a
you
women's
are
extra
rooting
large
for
because
them.
my wife likes baggy clothes.
You won't never, ever, ever, ever see merchandise from another SEC school in my house. Ever.
Hey man, if it's a dry fit and it's on the clearance rack, you never know what I'm gonna buy.
Oh,
No.
dear Lord.
I think I got a
Why
Florida
are you
State
on the
basketball
show?
shirt.
Dear Lord.
I think Ben
Wayne,
will
how do
like
you
this one. I
permit
think I got
this?
a Milwaukee Brewer dry fit shirt.
I don't, Volstorm. I don't know what I'm gonna do about Brad, man. We're gonna have to have an intervention. We're gonna have to have an intervention, man. When Ben gets back, we're having an intervention. We gotta get rid of that Mississippi State shirt.
Hey, when you're fluctuating weight like I am, I mean, I'm still trying to learn how to play golf with
Hey,
a
man,
gut.
we got some
You
tri-
got to buy cheap clothes when you can, no matter what's on.
We got Triple X. We got some Triple X Tennessee stuff at Walmart that ain't even Pantone 151. You can get
Or
that's
get
better
rid
than
of the
Mississippi
gut.
State. Or you can get rid of the gut.
Ben,
Yeah.
I've been asking for your help, and you
Could
just
try
keep
exercise.
kicking me
you
to
know,
the curb.
that works.
Mississippi State.
But, hey, we're going to put you in one of them boxing classes and video you.
I mean, you want these hands?
I'll
show you my hands.
We got a good teacher, right,
just,
Ben?
Just keep the.
We call Andy and get you some tips.
Oh,
That's
Jesus
right.
Christ,
No.
Ben.
No.
About to get yourself in trouble. We just keep the camera from the chest up, unless you really want the show and the motion of the ocean. We'll drop it down to belt level.
What are you talking about?
You're not going to do nothing but sit there and complain.
Show's off the rails.
Brad, if you went through a boxing lesson right now, you would die before the second round.
Well, you want to bet money on it?
Well, not boxing lesson. It's a boxing workout.
I've done boxing workouts.
Oh, I want to put money on that.
Brad, you would not make it through the 8 rounds.
Yeah, we would die.
You would die.
Yeah, you would die.
Dude, I didn't say I would continue the classes from then on out, but that one time, everything on the line,
You would do nothing.
Somebody go live. I'll make it through it.
I don't know.
Hey,
Y'all judge
I
your books by
get-
your cover. Remember, we've learned a lot of lessons about this
Look,
recently.
All right, you can look. I get a free guest 3 out of the 4 times a month that I go. So next week when I go, you're coming with me.
Oh yeah, goody. Yeah.
Yes, and I want video.
Oh, there will be video.
I'm putting money on that, man. I'm putting money on Ben and boxing. Boxing's a different animal.
Just remember, Brad, you backed yourself into this corner.
I bring entertainment, Volstorm.
Oh, you're entertained, all right. Dear Lord. Ben just likes when you come on because I don't pick on him.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't have that thought when your first thing was about the Mississippi State shirt. I said, well, at least he's not going after me today.
No, I can't pick on you. You're in too rough shape today.
I feel great.
In answer to your touchdown or turnover question, I have no SEC pride at all. So if Texas happens to face Mississippi State or Vanderbilt, I'll root for Texas. Otherwise, I'm petty. I want to see the people that beat me lose all day long.
Yep. You just add Virginia and Texas to the teams you don't want to see win, which are Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, and then I guess it starts to point to NC State. You want to see NC State do well because
that's right, Wolfpack, baby.
Yeah, they didn't beat us, and they're not in the SEC. So, or you just not watch the College World Series and say forget it, and Tennessee's not in. You just say whatever, don't care. But if you're going to continue to watch, as a Tennessee fan, NC State's your team right now. So you should see you should want to win unless you have some ties to some other teams with your family members.
Yeah, actual ties as opposed to merchandise in your house.
Real ties. But we don't get off Brad, man. We leave Brad. We'll have to address Brad another time. We'll have an intervention with Brad.
All right.
Get out of here with
Guys,
that
before
chip,
I go, make sure VolQuest gets a goodies powder and a Gatorade over to Ben. See you, boys!
See you.
I need new lungs. That's what I need.
What time did you get back to what time did you go to sleep? What time did you get back to the room?
2:00.
We all had late nights.
Central. 2:00 Central.
You know what your weak voice remind me of?
No, I don't.
Butch Jones. Butch would lose his voice real easy, which is why he needed the microphone at practice because he couldn't yell because he would lose his voice so easy.
I'll take all the shade from Mississippi State as long as I'm not getting compared to Butch.
But guess what? I'm the same way. I lose my voice easy too.
You're just old and don't go out anymore.
I mean, I'm just.
Yeah, in the last
I got
few
I got a weak voice too, man. Last Friday, we do the show from 7 to 10. Jabari's Legends Camp started 10:30, so I get there with about an hour left in the camp, and maybe an hour 45 minutes, somewhere around there. In the short amount of time I was there, and I won't say yelling, I would say trying to talk to a large group of kids and coach them up. In that short amount of time, dude, I feel like I almost lost my voice. So, for what it's worth, Ben, I kind of got a weak voice too, kind of like Butch.
No, if it weren't for that random free concert outside the restaurant, I would sound perfectly fine right now because I am perfectly fine right now, other than my voice. The voice is making it seem like a much worse situation than it actually is.
Yeah,
the lack of sleep that isn't helping, but
Same.
I'm good, or Gucci as the kids would say now.
That's what they would say, and then they would say no cap. Just to verify.
No cap. I'm not capping right now.
Just make sure you're not lying. You say that. So
I'm not capping right now.
So if you want to meet the Tennessee baseball team, Tennessee baseball account, pay attention to, their account. I'm going to give you a little bit of a window here. I'll give you a window. So
middle of the day.
They are going to hit Knoxville at right around 2. Okay. So between 2 and 3, I'm guesstimating is when they'll be on campus and around the stadium. So I don't know exactly when Tennessee baseball wants people there. Again, you have to pay attention to their accounts. I'm doing a show right now, so I haven't even refreshed or looked on Twitter yet.
They haven't tweeted.
Oh, they haven't tweeted yet? Okay, so just pay attention to their Twitter account. But I caught wind of kind of when they'll be landing, which is round 2. And so if you need to plan, between 2:30 and 4, I think that's a good window to kind of leave open for you. So they give our people enough time.
I think I think they've been surprised by how many people want to show up and thank the team and show their support. So I think they've had to adjust some of their travel plans a bit.
Good. I like it. I like it when the administration has to make adjustments because too many people are invested emotionally in supporting this team. That's a good problem to have, right?
Yep.
That's a great problem to have. Sold out, super regional, people pissed off they didn't get tickets. Cool, awesome, great problem. Here's a solution. Block party. Great. That's a great problem to have. So we over here making our baseball team have to leave early, leave later, because they need to accommodate passionate fans that want to support. I love it. And I'm sorry I'm not all doom and gloom and, over here crying and, watching a movie, eating ice cream out of a tub like a teenage girl who just broke up with their boyfriend. Sorry I'm not doing that this morning because we lost to Texas, but I just see the bigger picture. And I know that Tennessee has put together a offer that will make Tony Vitello the highest paid coach in America.
How hard is it for you not to go Will Wade every time you say that sentence?
A big-ass offer. So that is what Plowman, Boyd, and Danny White can do now. They can't fix the last 10 years of neglect. They can't fix that.
They just got here.
They can't fix that. But what they can do is do the right thing now. You saw some foreign players upset. You saw some foreign players, foreign football players speaking out on behalf of T. Martin. Guess why you haven't heard much about it lately? Just take a big guess.
It got taken care of.
They got taken care of. You came together. You talked. You handled it. You got taken care of. That's why you haven't heard much about it. If anything, it got handled. So the point is, this administration, man, they can't worry so much about trying to fix the past because they can't. What they can do is listen to either people or look at the stadium or look at things that have been neglected over 10 years, whether it's relationships or buildings itself, and say, yes, we didn't cause it, but our job is to fix it. So judge me from now on. Don't judge me and lump me in with what happened before me, but judge me now. And this administration has said, yo, Tony, you haven't won a national championship. You've only been coaching 4 years. We don't care. We believe in you. Highest paid coach in America. We are prepared to do that. Rick Barnes, haven't won a championship. But we believe in you because you're perfect for Tennessee. Tony Vitello, you're perfect for Tennessee. You are a fit for Tennessee. We love the way you run your program. And you're chasing a championship. If you chase and chase and chase and chase, you're going to get there eventually. You're gonna achieve that goal. Clemson was knocking on the door. Most people only remember them when they opened the door up when they beat Alabama with Deshaun Watson. But they don't remember how long Clemson was knocking on the door before they actually did it. Tony Vitello is knocking on that door now. More resources. It'll be easy for him to open the door. Rick Barnes has been knocking on the door here at Tennessee. And I know he's had some good players at Texas, but was he recruiting like he is right now at Texas the whole entire time? No. He wasn't recruiting top 5 classes back to back to back. So, like, you're chasing championships with basketball and now baseball. But they stepped up and overpaid Rick Barnes. You know, you can say overpaid because Rick Barnes is getting paid more than guys who have won championship. But they stepped up and showed Rick, you matter. You're valued here. We want you. You're important. And they're prepared to do the same thing with Tony Vitello. So for me, they've done this administration. They stepped up to the plate. Now, I don't know the long-term and short-term stadium plans and facility plans. I don't know that. I don't know that yet. All I know is the stadium can be, you know, it can look better, can have more seats, but you still got to do the weight room, players' lounge, players' experience. Those are things that also cost money too that then you will have to address. But
recruiting tools.
I don't know what else you could do. What more you can do if you are Tennessee administration than have a short-term, long-term goal as far as facilities, and then make him the highest-paid coach in America. Like, I mean, being like, what else can you do?
Nothing. You know, I'm sure that there's somebody out there that will say that you just do whatever it takes. I mean, I don't know how you top that. I just don't. And again, as I said earlier, this is only a conversation because LSU is on the table. It's not TCU. It's not Missouri. It's not a UCF type of job. I mean, it is arguably the best job in the country. That is the only reason that this is a conversation. I truly believe that if LSU's job was not open right now, that none of this would be a conversation. So it's not because Tennessee isn't trying. I kind of going back to our conversation yesterday, I think people fail to realize the difference between Tennessee baseball and LSU baseball. Baseball is my favorite sport. I love SEC baseball. I was happy that so many people got a glimpse of how entertaining SEC baseball is. What we experienced this season in terms of entertainment from SEC baseball is what takes place in SEC baseball every single season. It is this entertaining every single season. And as somebody whose favorite sport is baseball, I hated that my school, the school that I keep up with and follow along with, is a nobody in the sport and is so far behind so many people. I have been disgusted by it, quite frankly. It just sucks as a baseball fan because you want Tennessee to be competitive in your favorite sport. And I was glad that people got a glimpse of how special college baseball can be. It can be a nice distraction when there's nothing else to do in May and June, right before football season starts, and SEC media days and fall camp. But, you know, that also means that people don't understand the difference in Tennessee baseball's job and LSU's job. Tennessee baseball is not a bad job. It is a good job. And even if Tony were to leave, I think Tennessee would be able to attract a very good coach. So don't want to communicate that either. But as I said yesterday, in this sport, just in college baseball, Tennessee is UCF and LSU is Tennessee. And Danny White is a builder. He is somebody who cares more about building a legacy than just taking the easy way out and going to an athletic department where things are going to be easy for him and not have to deal with the pressure of getting the job done or backlash because folks are so passionate. He could have stayed right there at UCF and been perfectly fine. But Tennessee is special. Tennessee is different. And I think people outside of Tennessee have forgotten about how special Tennessee is because the football program has unfortunately been the face of the athletic department the last decade. But Tennessee is a destination job. And as an athletic director, that is. It's the same with Tennessee football. But right now, Tennessee baseball is not a destination job, and LSU is. Even with the pressure that you will have to live up to each and every year, LSU is a destination job. Paul Maneri, replacing a legend, has lasted, 18, 19 years? So even with dealing with that pressure, it was a destination job for Paul Maneri when they hired him away from Notre Dame. So I think people fail to realize the difference in LSU baseball and Tennessee baseball right now, and because of that, they throw out comments that, well, you just do whatever it is to get the job done. Well, there's only so much Tennessee can do because of the neglect that the previous administrations have shown over the last decade.
Good stuff, Ben. Let's get to Joe in Augusta. Joe, good morning.
What's going on, gentlemen?
What's up, man? Everything's going on. How you doing?
We had better mornings, but it's all right.
Hey, man, you awake? You breathing?
Yep.
Sounds like a great morning to me.
That's right. All right, I got a couple things here. First off, Brad, we've got 2 turtles at our house, and we don't have any Maryland gear, so I can't really relate.
Why do you have turtles, man? They stink.
Go Terps.
We found 2 little bitty. I mean, they were probably the size of a silver dollar, maybe smaller than that, in the driveway, and the kids wanted to keep them.
What a good guy.
Can we talk about the fact that Texas pitcher, the second one, the reliever, was so ugly that the camera didn't even want to show him? Like, they wouldn't even zoom in on his face.
Oh, you mean the dude with the buck teeth?
That dude looked like an extra from the Wrong Turn movie.
I was trying to be nice. I said he liked mustard with his french fries.
See,
it was awful.
We in cancel culture, and we are, you can't make fun of people's looks because now that's what's that called? That's face shaming. You can't do that. But I just tell you,
this ain't a gender thing. That boy just ugly.
I thought the same thing, man. I was like, dude, he look like Sloth from the Goonies. Boy, ugly. Look at his teeth. He better be good at sports.
You just called a dude a sloth from the Goonies.
That's one of those guys where it's like, hey, I play baseball for Texas, and the girl's like, yeah, I still don't care.
But guess what?
Yeah.
His girlfriend is probably smoking hot.
I bet he doesn't have a girlfriend.
I bet he does.
I don't think you can get past that. Like, that's one of those where, it don't. You look like that, it don't matter if you're a quarterback at Notre Dame, Alabama, Tennessee. It don't matter. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go find me an offensive lineman. Somebody that's like.
Man,
you talking about Tanner Witt?
Yes.
I bet he has a 10 on his arm. That's how it happens.
I'm looking at his Instagram right now.
Why are we so convinced?
I'm not going to rate, but she's not a 10.
Did he outkick his coverage?
Oh, yeah. If there's a girl beside him, he outkicked the coverage.
Oh, man, we ain't right.
The only way that boy's got a 10 if he's got 5'2".
Oh, man. I'm sorry, Mom and Dad.
Ben, how much of this team is coming back, including the staff?
Including what? I'm sorry.
Including the staff, how much is coming back?
If Tony Vitello stays, I think the entire coaching staff except Ross Kivett stays. And the reason I say Ross Kivett is simply because he's a volunteer assistant. If college baseball, if the NCAA instituted that college baseball and college softball could have a third paid assistant, I don't think that Ross Kivett would go anywhere unless a great opportunity came along, which is very possible because Ross Kivett is a really good coach. But I don't see Frank Anderson coaching anywhere after Tennessee. Even if Tony Vitello were to take another job, I don't. People assume that Frank Anderson would leave with him, and he might, but he's just been doing this for so long, and he has other ventures outside of the sport of baseball that I could see him just kind of retiring after Tennessee. That's personal opinion. But I think he'll be back next year. Josh Elander, I mean, it's possible he could leave. He's a great coach, a great recruiter. Tennessee had to fend off Texas A&M last offseason for him. So it'll be difficult to hold on to him, but this staff is determined to stick together. So other than Ross Kivett leaving, and that's, again, simply because he's a volunteer assistant, and he needs to go get a job and get paid. He is well above and far surpassed being a volunteer assistant. So I think for the most part the staff will stick together, assuming that Tony stays at Tennessee. In terms of the roster, you're going to have an entire new infield. In the outfield, you have Jordan Beck coming back in right. You have Drew Gilbert coming back in center. My personal opinion is that Evan Russell will return. That feels like a John Fulkerson situation to me. But I think what you'll see different is I think you'll see Evan Russell be the designated hitter next year now that Pete Durkee is moving on, and Kyle Booker will be the starting left fielder. I think that's what you will see. So you have pretty much your entire outfield coming back, but I think it'll be impossible to keep Kyle Booker out of the lineup. You're going to have a new catcher, Connor Pavoloni. He's probably going to get drafted and leave. Jackson Greer doesn't have any eligibility left. They have Charlie Taylor right now, a true freshman catcher that they are very high on, but he hasn't caught a single inning, or he may have caught in one of the early games before they decided to shut him down and redshirt him. But he doesn't have any experience, is my point. So I think it would be wise, even though they're high on him, to go get a veteran catcher, kind of like they did with Landon Gray when Pav was young. Landon Gray was a JUCO catcher and a great dude, very mature. I actually sat next to Landon Gray on the flight from Dallas to Omaha, sat next to he and his wife, and just an awesome dude. He grew up in Texas and lives an hour outside of Dallas. And he could have returned this year, actually, and taken advantage of the free year of eligibility because of COVID, because he was a senior last year. But he was on the verge of getting married, and he already had a big boy job lined up, so he decided to move on. So going and getting a mature veteran catcher, I think, is at the top of the priority list. So you'll have a new catcher in addition to the new infield. And then your pitching staff is going to look quite different. Blake Tidwell, obviously, is going to be your best arm next year. You've got Seth Halverson coming in from Missouri. I think he's a starting rotation guy. But you're going to have to replace Sean Hunley. You're going to have to replace Chad Dallas. I think Redmond Walsh is another Evan Russell, another John Fulkerson. So I think there's a solid chance at minimum that Redmond Walsh comes back. We'll see. He could potentially sneak into the draft, but I think there's a chance that he takes advantage of the free year of eligibility as well. So long-winded answer, but outside of the outfield and Blake Tidwell, there's going to be a lot of new on this baseball team next year.
Well, hey man, I appreciate it. And after this season, I think we can retire the Vanderbilt and the Memphis Tigers. We got to change it to Benzie Nelson.
Yes, I saw that yesterday. Was that you that commented that, or did you just see it?
That was me.
That was you. Okay, that's what I thought. Because you don't go by Joe Augusto on Twitter, right?
I don't. I changed it up. I got kind of deep into an argument with somebody over something. And changed things up just kind of.
You got Devontae.
Yeah, pretty much. I got tired of the back and forth with this dude, and I was like, man, I'm over this.
You got Devontae. I get it.
Well, boys, I appreciate your time. Ben, hell of a breakdown, hell of a season. Swain, Brad, always a pleasure. Y'all take care, gents.
Thank you.
And I love the Benzie Nelson, by the way. I saw that last night at dinner, and it made me smile. I love that. And the best part was Volstorm gave it the stamp of approval. So sounds like Vanderbilt, Texas A&M, Bentucky, Auburn, Bama Ben is retired. I am now known as Benzie Nelson. Thank you very much.
I don't know about all of them being retired.
Which one?
I think we made a deal about
Vandy.
Yeah,
But that's the
Vanderbeek.
one that got the ball rolling. Like, that was the king of all the nicknames because of Kari, which, shout out to Kari. I get to go to his wedding now on Friday. I'm going to be turned up with Derrick Henry. I'm really not going to have a voice after Friday night. Me and Derrick Henry singing Juvenile, bat that thing up. Oh, yeah. Me and Derrick Henry, we get down, boys.
Just don't let them play any Sweet Home Alabama at the wedding.
No, well, the good news is that Vanderbilt has 0 tradition and 0 fight songs, so I don't have to worry about any of that. But Vanderbilt was the king of all nicknames because of Kari, because of Kyle.
Yeah, no, that's true.
And so if the deal was to get rid of Vanderbilt, then that negates all the other nicknames as well.
We're going to be rubbing shoulders with Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I just want to know if Derrick Henry's going to show up with a chain for me like he does his offensive lineman. Like, how cool would it be if he rolled up with a Benzie Nelson chain for me?
That's not gonna happen. You're still a fan.
Why not?
You're still. Don't try to pretend like you're a Titans fan for the wedding either.
Oh no,
I'm trying to roll in there with your
I
baby
am
blue
a
tie.
diehard Tennessee Titans fan. Been a diehard Tennessee Titans fan since the day I was born.
Don't even try it.
Go Titans, tighten up, Oh, what does Titans Bill say? Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up,
Yeah.
tighten up.
Says it 10 times.
Let's go Titans. Nash Vegas. Ryan Tannehill's the best quarterback in the NFL. Derrick Henry, the greatest running back of all time.
Ever.
A.J. Brown, Julio Jones, better than T.O. and Jerry Rice together. And Kari Blasingame, the best fullback in the history of the league. So go Titans, baby.
Such a suck up. Hour 3, powered by Low T Center, lowtcenter.com. Be right back.
For what is coming up on the Swain Event.
Hey there, Swain Event listeners. I'm excited to share my new Keller Williams Realty app so you can tour homes without leaving yours. Not only can you search for homes in specific areas and neighborhoods, you can also have access to real-time market snapshots on stats like average home price and days on market, plus commute times from your office, school zones, and much more. Download my app today and get the most accurate information on buying, selling, and investing in real estate in your area. Just search for the Keller Williams Realty app and click on More in the lower right-hand corner. Type in Jennifer Morris in the Your Agent search bar, then save and you're set. And as always, feel free to reach out at 865-257-7897 or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at GarzaLaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
If you're coming to Knoxville and need a place to stay, do yourself a favor and book a room at Hampton Inn Paper Mill, also known as the Hampton on the Hill. This award-winning property is literally in the top 5% of all Hampton Inn properties. The GM, Stephen Lawrence, is a good old local boy who grew up in the business around Knoxville. He and his staff are always available, always willing to help, and will go above and beyond for their guests. The newest Hampton Inn in Knoxville has clean, affordable rooms, flat screens, fridges, and microwaves in every room. Plus, breakfast is included in every rate. Not to mention, there's also a pool and fitness center on site. If it wasn't so close to amazing restaurants, bars, and shopping, you would never want to leave. At only 6 miles from campus, you're still right in where the big orange action is. Go to HamptonInn.com, search Knoxville, and book your room at the Hampton Inn Paper Mill or call 865-693-5400.
There are articles and news stories that you read about the things that people do. And when you're reading those and you start to shake your head, you start to scratch your head a little bit, You get confused. You don't understand why. You start to ask questions. But really, there's only one question that matters. What is that question, you may ask?
For what?
All right, it's time for what, and I think we have this segment covered pretty easily. Brian, let's start with you, my friend. What you got today?
Oh, we're headed to baseball. The professional Major League Baseball. Guys, this new rule, the sticky substance. Ben, I know you're going to have some thoughts, but your old boy, he made a fool of himself last night. Joe Girardi, what the heck are you doing, man? For what? Not only once, twice, but 3 times you tried to catch Max Scherzer cheating? This was not only through, they weren't even through the 4th inning. You called the umpires out there 3 times to check him? Max was like taking his shirt off. He's like, I'll pull my pants down. What do you want? I don't have anything on me. I'm just damn good. Now get back in the dugout with your foolish self. And then at the end of the inning, Max just staring him down like, what do you want, man? No lip reading, no mouth, just looking at him. And Joe Girardi waits till he's about a step from the dugout and then just bursts out of there like, I'm going to do something. What do you want? Let's go. Come on. Meet me at home plate. Acting like a fool. Joe, man, I feel like there's a great tweet earlier that I saw. Anytime a manager calls a pitcher out thinking that they're cheating and then they're not cheating, you should take a fastball to the back from that pitcher. You better have your ducks in a row. You better have your information right. Because not only are you delaying the game, but if you keep allowing numerous opportunities like this, not even halfway through, four innings, 3 times, this is one of the best pitchers in baseball. Come on, Joe. For what?
You agree with Brad, Ben?
Sorry, I was honestly listening to somebody call Tony Vitello a butthole. So Brad was against Joe Girardi.
Yes.
I am with Brad. I thought Joe Girardi was over the top. And look, I love Joe Girardi, or as Binder Joe, as we Yankee fans call him. But that was over the top. That was over the top. Now, it was great entertainment. We can all agree on that. It was entertaining to watch the umps go out to Mad Max, as Max Scherzer's nickname, of all people, and try to find some sticky stuff on him. But I'm with Brad. I think Joe Girardi was being over the top, and there's just no need to send the umpires or request for the umpires to go out there in the middle of an inning when he's already been checked.
Twice.
If he hasn't been checked and you have reason to believe that he has some pine tar, spider tack, whatever out there, then okay, cool, whatever. Like that's one thing. But he's already been checked, and according to Brad, he's been checked twice. Why are you sending the umpires out there again? So yeah, I agree with Brad. That's a bad look. And I love Joe Girardi. I think he doesn't get the credit that he deserves from baseball fans as a whole, even Yankees fans in hindsight. But that's a bad look for him.
Who called Tony Vitello a butthole?
That's where Swain's mind was the
Hey
whole
man,
time.
I'm ready to regulate up. I'm ready to mount up, Ben.
Mount up.
There's a tweet our guy Volstein shared with us from the Believe Podcast Network. Blake Rufino, who I guess does a podcast in Louisiana. I don't know. Matt Trent, who who works in Baton Rouge at a news station, it looks like, did an interview talking about the reports surrounding the LSU job the last couple of weeks, and he was saying that he's heard from LSU fans that don't want Tony Vitello because he's a butthole, but he used the ASS, and he made the point, well, Nick Saban's a butthole too. But what I was kind of thinking about is Tony Vitello's not an a-hole.
Let me tell you something.
He comes off as one, but there's a difference between being an a-hole and being passionate and wearing your emotions on your sleeve. Just because you are passionate and wear your emotions on your sleeve and you're not afraid to kind of speak your mind, that doesn't mean that you're a butthole. So that's kind of where my mind was at when Brad was speaking. I'm sorry, Brad.
You're good, man.
I'm glad that you forgive me.
My chili was hot about Joe, though.
You're a true pastor, son.
You send the Ross Kivett video clip to whoever said that Tony Vitello was a butthole. That's what I want you to do.
He wasn't called. It was the guy who is on the news in. Look at you being Mr. Big Capital J journalist this morning.
I'm trying to be like you, Ben.
Well, I'm glad that you finally tweeted the thing that I've been saying on the show for the past month.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm joking when I say that. Truly joking. I don't want people to think I'm being serious, because you gathered additional information, as you said earlier. You put your nose to the grind, and I put my nose to the grind, and we combined. And
with our sources combined.
That's right. That's what you said earlier. So
yeah.
I hope people realize that I'm joking.
Honestly, I prefer you to give the people all the news and drop all the information, because you the journalist. But I meant to drop that yesterday and kind of forgot, and so just wanted to go ahead and do it this morning. There's other reasons behind it. Ben, you understand. So yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and get that out there, because
yes,
I think it's important for people to know that. People need to know the truth before they continue to push this narrative that Tennessee's not doing what they can to keep Tony Vitello, and so they just need to know. I mean, Tennessee can pay Tony top 10 money, top 5 money, but Tennessee fans need to know, like, Tennessee is prepared to make him the highest paid college coach at this very moment. Now, LSU
on top of, and this is something that we have not added, on top of committing a bunch of money to stadium renovations.
Yes. So
both things are being taken care of.
Yeah, prepared to do that, and doesn't mean like he's going to be the highest paid, because he could be the highest paid for 5 minutes until Vanderbilt says, "Oh no, we don't want to lose our coach to LSU either." So Tennessee is prepared based on where the coaches are slated right now, currently. Like, who's number 1, who's number 2, who's number 3 at this very moment. Tennessee is prepared to make Tony number 1 at that moment. That doesn't mean that Vanderbilt or Virginia or any coach or any school wants to fend off LSU and decide to pay their coach, more. That could happen too. But as of right now, Tennessee is prepared to make him the highest paid college baseball coach.
On top of stadium renovations. So Tennessee is doing everything necessary.
Short-term and long-term stadium renovations. 100% Ben. Yep.
To wrap up the butthole.
What?
Yes, to wrap up the butthole. The guy was not calling Tony Vitello a butthole. He was saying that, like, there are LSU fans, portions of the LSU fan base, that don't want Tony because they think he's a butthole.
Send them the Ross Kivett clip now. Send it to him. Send it to him. Good thing that he wasn't mic'd up, or the microphones didn't pick it up, because there was times during the game yesterday I heard some it wasn't bad things, but I heard like people talking. It's kind of weird. It's like, y'all shut up. I'm trying to listen to the game.
Oh, first day of the College World Series, those fan mics were hot.
Yeah, so it's a good thing that it wasn't that it wasn't hot. Now, if it was another team's coach, I would love for the mics to be hot, make that coach look even worse. But I don't want our coach to look bad. I would hate for audio to be on that. Probably put people in a bad position. So.
Yeah, the mics already pick up enough of what Tony Vitello says. We don't need a mic right next to him.
No, we don't need mics next to our coaches and really next to our players. I mean, people cuss. It's it's competitive sports. People cuss and say stuff. So get the mics out of there. I hate when they mic up folks and people hear things they ain't supposed to hear and they get all mad at the player. No, man, it ain't the player's fault. Get the cameras out of there. Get the microphones out of there.
So what were you laughing at earlier when I was speaking?
because while you was talking, man, my man Will sent us a tweet that you laughed at. I mean, you responded to, but Will Wilson sent us a tweet about the Texas reliever that came in and how what's the scene from Waterboy where old boy's like, I'm not, I haven't been blessed with looks like you. It looked like that. That kid looked like that dude from Waterboy. Anyways, so Will sent a tweet. It was like, this was my monkey yesterday when he saw Wick coming to the game, and like the monkey hair's like standing straight up, and the monkey looks like he's seen something hideous. So it was really funny. Because I wasn't expecting it. I was strolling through Twitter. I saw it and it just made me bust out laughing. Good thing I didn't have anything. I would drink anything because it would have been all over my laptop and all over the desk. It was hilarious. Oh man, LSU. We want y'all fans to hate LSU. Tony Vitello. Yeah, man.
Ben, are they about to drop the bag off over at Tim Corbin's house? LSU just be like, all right, let's see if we can get the big names in here in every sport. Just throw as much money as we have at them. Would Corbin leave?
No.
Nothing gets him away from Vandy?
I would be absolutely shocked if Tim Corbin went to LSU.
What's the point? That's like leaving Alabama and go to Texas if you're Nick Saban. Like,
Vanderbilt will never fire him. He can recruit nationally. He has an advantage with the scholarships. Yes. He is as comfy get. There is a saying by the great philosopher Future who says that you should not get too comfortable. Well, it is okay for Tim Corbin to get too comfortable because he is not going anywhere.
Nope. You invest in people who are doing a good job. You let them know they're doing a good job. That's how you do it, man. You take care of your people that do a great job. You don't take them for granted. This is a people business, and the way you show them that you appreciate them is you pay them. You pay them. You value their time, and Tim Corbin has no reason to leave Vanderbilt to go to LSU, but he can use him for a raise though. I would.
Yeah, and oh, by the way, random side note as we go to break. I want y'all to sit and just think about this during the break. Guess who was I see a big shot, Rob. Guess who was in the suite with Peyton Manning yesterday?
Carmen Tagano. Who else?
Danny White.
All right.
Donnie Plowman.
All right.
And Philip Fulmer.
Interesting.
Who do you think invited him?
Probably wasn't Dondi, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet.
I don't know, man. You know what? I'm a little uncomfortable right now. Let me take a break. Let me take a break and get comfortable.
You going to simmer on that?
Yeah, Swain Event. Be right back.
3 of the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Guys, your health right now is more important than ever. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels checked. It all starts with the annual wellness exam where they do a comprehensive health assessment exclusively for men, making it quick and easy to take care of your health. And now they offer monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatment. Most insurance is accepted. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment and make your health a priority. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris Networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work from anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses.
Hour 3 of the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Swain Event fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. I wish Ben stopped dropping nuggets on the program without giving me a heads up.
Did you watch the video I sent y'all?
You sent us a video?
Yeah, I'm watching y'all fist pump. Do you have glow sticks too?
I wish.
Are you filming?
No.
Is that TPH on the right?
Which one is you? Is that you with the backpack dancing like that?
The big swole dude.
And that's TPH beside you?
Yeah. Shout out to my guy Troy Provo Heron.
That is both of our dudes. I love that man.
You on the left?
Yes, I'm on the left. What do you mean am I on the left? You know what I look like. You look at me every day.
It's a picture from you from the back.
You see my back every day.
I'll be looking at you when you leave.
Yeah. I've caught you catching a peek.
Stop.
And you claim not to be hungover.
I'm not.
You dancing like this?
You dancing like this and you're not hungover? Boy.
I'm not. I found love in a hopeless place. Okay?
That's fair.
Did you listen to it with the volume on?
No, I can't, man. We on the radio.
No, there's no bad words in it. You can turn it up and listen to it.
Oh, that's what he's actually listening to.
Ben is fist pumping to this.
Double fist pumping.
Alternating fist pumping.
While jumping, showing off my athletic ability with a backpack full of crap in it. I mean, just if you ask me, elite athleticism.
Do not post this, Ben.
How many shots did you
You
have
will
last night?
never hear the end if you post this video.
You think I really care? And trust me, I'm not posting it.
Well, I mean, you just sent it to me. I'm saving it right now. Look at
Okay.
this. Save.
Well, good for you. I got stuff on YouTube, Bradley. Don't forget.
Hey, I won't post it, man. I'm not gonna post it. It's not my right to post it.
Man, a lot of people got stuff on.
See, the one that I posted to my Instagram story was when Mo Bamba was playing.
You was jamming?
Oh, I was.
I'm glad you had a good time. No, I'm glad you had a good time.
I found love in a hopeless place. That concert, after watching Tennessee lose, was my love in a hopeless place.
Hey, man, let it out. Let it out. I understand. Like, for me, I couldn't go out after losing. But I understand how some folks are able to kind of to snap and clear and go release that frustration.
That wasn't the intent. We went to dinner, and
waitress picked you up, didn't she?
It just escalated from there.
This looked like a small scene from like the lost footage from Hangover. This could be a scene in Hangover.
Is a great. I just sent y'all another video. I think this one may have bad words in it. Not by me, but just the music.
Man.
Yeah, don't play that one.
We're going to go to the phones. We're going to the phones, man.
My guy Rusty. What's up, Rusty? Good morning, my guy.
We're going to the phones.
What up, yo?
Hey, Rusty. What's up, man?
I'm going to need them footage sent to me, Benjamin.
He's going to post it.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm going to need direct.
I posted it last night to my story, and I deleted it as soon as I woke up.
All right. Let me get on that. So proud of these guys. They gave their all. Nobody should be ashamed. And I'm so proud of this damn fan base, too. The way we came out and the way we supported this and the way we proved that we're great, just couldn't be more prouder. And I know more prouder is not right.
It's okay. We can use it.
Are we all in agreement?
In agreement, man. I'm proud.
I've never been more prouder in my life.
Yeah, I'm proud. I see.
Damn right.
Yeah, I mean, I see. I'm more proud than a little bit. Can I say that? I'm more prouder than a little bit. Can I say that, Ben? Is that legal to say English language? But I'm proud, man, because I think what the baseball team did was just bigger than baseball. I thought what the baseball team did was bring the fan base and administration together. A step. I'm not saying just a step. It may be more, but I know for a fact we're closer than we were, a month ago or 2 months ago or 3 months ago. I think the fan base can trust the administration a little bit more. I'm not saying put all your trust. If you don't want to, you want to see some more things. I respect that. Cool with that. But I think the reaction from a lot of fans after they got the block party, they got what they wanted, was like, oh, wow, they listened. They listened to us. Wow. And I think that's the first time that I've seen that in any sport where the response was so quick from the administration, from what the fan base wanted to see, wanted to do, that I think that's going to build some trust. And so, for me, it's just bigger. It's bigger than the baseball season.
Yep.
That's how I view it. Maybe I'm just, pumping sunshine and doing all that stuff. But that's how I see it. I just think it's bigger than the baseball.
Oh, you may be because the other shoe could drop.
It could.
I mean, it could go bad.
It could, but it won't.
In a quick in a hurry.
But it won't be because the administration didn't step up. So
right.
They stepped up. They stepped up to the plate.
they stepped up, and the fan base stepped up. I was so proud of what I saw the last 6 weeks supporting this team. And we haven't always supported baseball this way. Even when we did go to World Series, it hadn't been the same kind of. It was a different feel. And you're right, it was bigger than baseball. And it seemed like a lot of us got together and saw a lot less negativity on social media.
You saw less?
And even after the last 3 days of the season coming to end abruptly, quicker than we wanted to, it hasn't been as negative as it normally would be. It's people saying, "Hey, I'm proud of this team," and that's refreshing. Because sometimes we need to do that. You know?
Yeah. I guess you're right. There is a drop of positivity out there, which we haven't had in a while. So you're right.
Yeah, I don't see the season as negative. I see the outcome of Omaha being negative, but again, you're one of 8 teams in Omaha. It's pretty damn good. So, I just look at the whole picture. The whole picture screams, a step forward, positive more than negative. So,
yeah.
You got people that want to come to Tennessee. Players transferring in from Tennessee because they're attracted to the culture. They're attracted to Tony Vitello. So, that kind of got lost while Tennessee was playing. But you got commitments here and there. And for me, that screams Tony Vitello is attracting people. Just like he brought us in as fans, he's attracting prospects and transfers and things like that. So, I'm just encouraged moving forward of what this program is going to do.
Oh, yeah. I think we're going to have even more talent overall on this roster going forward. I just hope these teams have this team's joie de vivre.
Your boy,
this team's intestinal fortitude that they showed time and time again. If we get more talent with this team's, I don't want to say heart because that gets used way too much, but this team's heart, we're going to get back to Omaha on the reg.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back, man. We'll be back.
Yep.
Your boy C-Mac, man, on text box got me over here laughing during the segment again.
Oh.
Well, he's pointing out that I went to dinner with a backpack. Like I said a moment ago, it wasn't our intentions to lose our voice at the concert. Yes, because I went. Wait, what'd you say? Fanny pack?
Did you say fanny? Did you take a fanny? You were a fanny
No, backpack. C-Mac said
backpack.
McKee went to dinner and the club with a backpack. Tell him
and the club.
Tell him to go sit his ass down somewhere. That's the message.
I went from the stadium to the restaurant right after the game. Or once I finished all my stuff after the game. I didn't have anything to do with my backpack because I didn't go anywhere between stadium and restaurant to drop off my backpack.
That's a good explanation.
I mean, what am I supposed to? To me, I should be commended for my street awareness and street smarts and just street credibility because instead of being an idiot and laying it on the ground and setting it down for somebody to steal it, I wore it.
You should have winked at the bartender and tell her to put it next to her purse.
No.
I considered it.
No.
That's my boy bit.
We don't trust a cute smile from out-of-towners.
Not even in Omaha?
Nah, man, they set you up, man. They set you up. You can't trust them. Nope. They'll set you up. I ain't trust no bartender in Omaha, Nebraska with my laptop and stuff. Ben, you did the right thing. Right thing, Ben. You rocked that backpack on.
You had it strapped on over both arms.
You sure
Oh, yes.
You sure did. First day of school.
And if you don't double strap, how you going to double fist pump, baby?
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
And I'm assuming you were double fisting more than just fist bumping, right?
Nope, just fist bumping.
According to sources at the scene, that is false.
Troy is in the shower right now. There's no way he could tell you.
There's been some communication, Ben. I don't know, man.
We're getting to the bottom of it. Don't you might as well just tell because we're all going to find out.
We got sources too, Ben.
Later.
Well, that's fine. I drove home, which means I am very responsible. It was good to go. So.
Love you guys. Later.
One of us drove, the other didn't. That's what you can tell. That's what you can tell Troy.
And then C-Mac says, Ben McKee is nasty. He's going to the club after dinner with a backpack and not going to the hotel to spray some smell good or a quick bird bath. You can't win with C-Mac. You can't win with C-Mac.
We didn't go to the club. We went to eat. We had no intentions of staying out as late as we did last night, but one thing led to another. And then we're leaving, and we noticed this concert outside, free concert with loud music that we enjoyed. We decided to stay a while, and we got into it.
Is it safe to say
we had a loosey-goosey time?
I was about to ask you that. Did you have a loosey-goosey time?
Yep, we did.
All right, A-Rod will be proud. All right, let's go back to the phones.
Screw that guy.
Who we got?
We got Mike in Georgia.
Mike in Georgia. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, good morning, guys. How y'all doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm just like everybody else. I'm sad, but incredibly proud of the guys and what a season that they had, and all the firsts that we've done in a while, and all the records they broke, and on top of that, the moments that they gave us, and they all seem to pull us close together, like you guys are saying. I'm incredibly proud, and like I said, just sad that it's over, but so proud of these guys that it happened. That's the way it did. Ben, when you heading back, man?
Oh, are you going to plan a get together for when I land as well? Is that why you're asking?
More just curious when you're getting back, and wanted to wish you safe travels and whatever loosey-goosey time you had, man. You deserved it because the coverage was on point this season, man. Congratulations and well done on the reporting for the baseball team.
I appreciate the kind words. I fly out tomorrow morning at 10:15, I believe. So I'll be headed back tomorrow morning. I appreciate the kind words. It means a lot. Seriously.
Absolutely, my man. Great job on that. And just the last thing that I'll say is, Brad, next time you have one of those dreams or one of those feelings, maybe just hold on to it till after the game happens, if you could.
Yeah, it's my fault, man. I told you, it's totally my fault. First I break the mirror, then I share my dream. I'm the reason we went 0-2.
No, you're not.
Yes, you are.
Well, no hard feelings. I had a very iffy feeling at best about the game, and their buck-toothed looking pitcher, man. Yeah, my gosh, that guy. And also, Bumface was one thing in Hoover, but I kind of sincerely hope that umpire behind the plate and there at third base yesterday came back to about 4 flat tires after the game. It's about what they deserve after the way the game went down. But
terrible.
But like I said, great job, Ben. Great coverage. Like I said, sad that the season's over, but so proud of these guys and just hope that Vitello's here for 40 more years, man. Love the guy, what he's doing. And just hope you guys have a great rest of your day and keep up the good work.
Hey, thank you, man. Thanks so much.
Great phone call.
This is what happens when you're doing a show. It's not really breaking news because 20 minutes ago, Danny White tweeted that fans that are interested in greeting the team and congratulating them on their outstanding season are welcome to meet the team bus at the Lindsey Nelson left field gate around 2:30. So around 2:30, left field gate. That's Ben's spot where he goes in and parks his car. Got a good parking lot over there, right, Ben?
Don't get me started.
The left field gate. I remember I parked there many a times in my 4 years and even afterwards. So
you football players don't deserve to park there anymore.
No, they don't right now.
It's a baseball parking lot.
They don't. No, if you're gonna park there, you gotta be winning some games. You gotta win some more. So, I think football players should just be given scooters until they start winning. But then you worry about them getting hurt. So, take your little car. Just be careful. Take your little car and be careful. I remember when Jesse Maulona and Albert Tweener and some of the boys bought bicycles. Man, Coach Fulmer did not like that. He was nervous because those guys used to have fun.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Fun. And so he was real nervous about guys having bikes. I remember my freshman year, Rashad Baker I'm not sure if Jabari Greer had one, but I know Bake had one. And some of the other older guys got a bike. He was nervous about that bike, man. He was nervous about that bike. Just like he was nervous about us playing basketball rec league. So, man. 2:30.
2:30.
Left field gate, according to Danny White on Twitter. All right, let's go back to the phones.
We got D'Arval, and I got to introduce him with one of his best text box messages that I've ever seen. He said, "What's better, Ben dancing to that song or Andy freestyling to that song?" I'll hang up and listen.
Ben dancing.
I agree.
Ben dancing is way
I don't know.
better.
I don't
Any
know. Have
freestyle.
him on and we'll see, and then post the video and we can compare.
I'll make sure you get a D'Arval. Don't worry.
Ben's video is better than any video that Andy has ever done. I'll just say that.
Oh, I hate it's over, guys. You know, the last caller, even though y'all were all butchering the English language, speaking of Andy, but he's right, man. It did kind of unite the fan base. Honestly, y'all know how negative I am, but it brought me back as far as being positive, man. It was such a great ride. And again, I echo for my friend Ben, who, when he first came on the show, when Charlie was here, he was wanting everybody to get into baseball. And I think we're there. Don't you think so, Ben?
Yes. But it's not that I wanted like everybody to get into baseball. I just didn't understand this thought process that we had to pick and choose. Like you don't have to be a football guy. You don't have to be a basketball guy. You don't have to be a baseball guy, because football team, basketball team, baseball team, they all wear the same color orange. They all have the power T somewhere on their body. They all play with Tennessee across their chest. So I don't know, man. I don't root. College football is like, in terms of just natural sport, just like the actual game, baseball is my favorite sport in that sense. But in terms of like entertainment value, college football is my favorite, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like I don't root for Tennessee because I love college football. I don't want Tennessee to do well because college football is my favorite. I want Tennessee to do well because I'm prideful of where my family comes from. I'm prideful of the fact that my dad graduated from Tennessee. I graduated from Tennessee. My sister graduated from Tennessee. There's several other. My mom graduated from Tennessee. There's several other family members that went to Tennessee. I was born in Knoxville. Like, that's East Tennessee's beautiful. I take pride in the University of Tennessee, and that's why I root for the Tennessee football team and the Tennessee basketball team, the Tennessee baseball team, the rowing team. Anything with a power T on it, I'm gonna root for them. So just to pick one over the other just because football may be king doesn't mean that you have to neglect the others. I mean, right now, and I realize that Tennessee is down, but even if Tennessee is rolling right along, I mean, it's the off season. So what's the harm in buying into baseball for 2 months and having this entertaining product along the way, or basketball once football season does come to an end? So it wasn't that, like, I thought people should just, like, pay more attention to baseball. I mean, I did, but it was more along the fact of, like, they all wear the same jersey, same color, same logo, and you don't have to pick one over the other.
Well, you know, and that's how it's been for so long. And I don't know, Ben, if you're old enough to remember Swain and Brad, y'all probably do. I don't know if Swain, you were playing for Tennessee back then, but you know, when Bruce Pearl got to Tennessee, I remember growing up, it was never a question about Tennessee football. That's just what we did. That's what we watched. And I guess Lady Vols when Summit was there, but men's basketball and baseball was never talked about. But now Bruce Pearl, when he got there, he kind of grew the fan base for basketball. He did for me. He's why I'm a Tennessee basketball fan. And that's what happened for me this year with the baseball with Vitello. I've never watched a Tennessee baseball game before this year at all.
Yep.
And it grew it for me.
2:30-ish If you want to meet and greet the Tennessee baseball team, they will hit Knoxville around 2-ish, and then they'll be at the stadium 2:30, left field gate. 2:30. If you want to meet the team and say thank you and tell them congratulations and pat them on the back for a great season. A lot of work to do, motivation to get better and get back, but love what Tennessee baseball is right now, and looking forward to seeing what happens tomorrow and what happens a week from now and a couple months from now. So now we got to get football right. And then we'll be really flowing and going. So for Brad Matthews and Ben McKee from Omaha, Nebraska, great job covering the Tennessee baseball team all season long. Being so proud to see and witness your growth and
Great
all
job,
your hard
man,
work,
seriously.
man, paying off, man. Your testament to just hard work, man, doing things the right way. So glad that you were able to kind of reap the benefits of your hard work for years and years and years, man, doing things the right way. So look forward to seeing you in a couple days, Ben. Be careful in your travels. Hope
Well,
everyone have a great day.
Real quick, I know I told you I wasn't going to do the show the rest of the week, but I'll be here for 2 hours tomorrow before I get on my flight, and then I'll be in studio on Friday. So you're not done with me this week, folks.
All right.
But I appreciate the kind words anyway, Swain.
Anytime, man. Well, go get some rest, and man, we'll see you here soon. Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Hope you have a great day. Peace and love. We are out.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event